follow through with or to check multiple.
Most of the YouTube AI checking is an algorithm.
Yeah.
And will always flag something that it's not.
So, welcome to Pathfinder for 2024. We just had a little bit of reminder to characters of bad things that have happened and been told what happened in 2023 should stay in 2023. So, that will last up until we actually start the intro for the game because that happened in 2023.
New Year's, same party, same chaos. Let's do it.
Yeah, let's go. So, we shall start with introductions, and tonight we shall start with Mark for no particular reason.
Hey, I'm playing Sparky, who was nowhere near this current fight, so it's okay.
Would you please describe Sparky for everyone?
Sparky's a a bald and eyebrowless female dwarf.
Oh, completely hairless. Not a single hair on her body.
Completely hairless. Mistaken for a gnome occasionally by some party members, but dwarf rogue who has an interesting life so far and plans to get better with her decisions in the future.
Sometimes mistaken for whatever, and then sometimes also mistaken as a naked Morak balance.
Yeah. Oh yes, and wonders why she doesn't help other people when they're dying. So yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so next one up online today we have is M with the zombie puppies.
I played user with my currently zombie puppies, which I am still not happy about. They're also very herdy. I'm not quite so herdy, but even the skirmish we just had, and yes, I used inverted and that's there. I might have to leave them back at camp, because if that was the skirmish, then
Well, I could have added minor in front of it just to show you how little it was. It was the equivalent of random encounter. Oh, really? Yes. Wow.
Yay.
Not even the set piece.
And it almost decimated the party.
It did.
Just fun fight.
Okay, so after that interesting tidbit, we'll move on to Josh.
Hi, I'm Josh. I play Parry Hotter, the buffest wizard known to man. Yeah. So Parry Hotter is a half-elf, half-dwarf wizard. No buffness and strength whatsoever, but fairly intellectual. And really wants to be a pain in the neck to most of the party by running headfirst into things.
Well, tonight will be the night to show just how buff you are.
Hopefully.
Next online today we have is Jeremy.
Hey, good evening all. I'm playing Cordar, the elven half-human fighter of Sandpoint. Grew up reading and hearing about the legends of the Pathfinder Society and dreamt of one day becoming a hero of that realm, but has been somewhat disheartened by some of the other actions and members of the Pathfinder Society found since he joined, but he's doing his best to actually rebuild the name of the Pathfinder Society, at least in his mind. Okay, he's actually elven, half-human now, as opposed to just being half-human.
And look, he's getting to actually do what Pathfinders are meant to. Investigate? Basically, part of the role of Pathfinders is to get the dangerous things out from the wrong hands.
And put them in the...
Or take it away from society completely for another time. They generally don't use the artifacts they take away, but they make sure that they're not abused.
Very Indiana Jones.
Very much like that. It should be in a museum. Is
Yeah.
a perfect quote for a Pathfinder.
I like it. Okay.
Okay, speaking of that, all our people online today at the table we have Peter.
Greetings and salutations. I am Peter, and I am playing Willie One Kenobi, human monk from Yangahoth, the Dwarven City. Married to Ruby One Kenobi, and apparently father to two sons or two children. One son, and I'm not.
And a pair of twins.
And oh god, yes, that's right, a pair of twins. So potentially three children. Yay, 3 children.
Well, at the end of the game, it's going to be 6.
Well, hey,
Or 15, or however many.
The characters will age 10 years over the course of the story, and he's the only one of them to have kids, even with Pinwinkle in the game. That has to say something.
Yeah.
Yes. Even though I'm married and still and have kids and have all kinds of agreement with members of the party, I'm still on my secret mission and have achieved absolutely nothing. So, yay me.
What do you mean you achieved nothing in your secret mission? You've got 3 kids so far.
Yeah, that's not part of my secret
You're
mission.
halfway there.
That's just our mission, but not the secret mission.
Willie's like, I really need to go do this. We're like, nah, massive combat over here. Off we go.
Yeah, no, it's more like my wife going, no, you have kids now, and...
No more golfing with your friends. You have to come back by 6.
No more speaking down the man cave.
Well, she does refer to him as eye candy.
That works.
And I have my cursed gloves from, or wraps from my wife, because, why not?
Well, she doesn't like you losing things.
Yeah.
It may as well be your wedding band at that point in time.
Hey! She's got a dagger with my blood on it. That's got to tell you something. And she's from Cheliac, so God knows what that means.
Well, I'm sure you signed some stuff that you weren't really paying attention to during that wedding.
That's what I'm told, yes.
Look,
That is
I will
what
say that I know a lot about Chelaxian peoples, considering my previous character, so I understand your pain.
Actually, my character's enjoying it a lot more than he should.
Well, currently you don't
That
feel the
happens
effects of
with
weather.
Pinwinkle too, don't worry. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not really sure that's got anything to do with my wife. I have other theories about how that works.
Well, I'm not going to go there. I'll leave it to Dean.
And the other player at the table today we have is Kesley.
Hello. I am playing Fandra, the elf druid, known as Oversight, sent by Ruby One Kenobi. Anne is now getting her taste of real life experience, and she's not a fan of it, and is slowly coming to terms with the idea that, like, maybe management isn't all it's cracked up to be. So,
What are you talking about at the party about that?
So true. So true.
We're all the sunshines and rainbows here.
Honestly, it surprised me it took this so long for her to realise that, but it's okay. Yeah.
Well, she did have the name Oversight after all.
yeah.
That's true.
Which Willie just...
It wasn't like it
vertical
was hidden. The party wasn't hidden. How they work.
It was so easy to bring. It was so easy to bring her in with holding this sign.
she
that
may
said
have-
free hugs.
Gotten in by way of nepotism, who knows?
Free hugs. Free hugs.
And having my wife go, you better not let her die. Or better not let... You were an owl at the time, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't let Oversight die. And I'm like, okay. Okay.
Yes, honey.
Pretty much.
Yes, dear.
Implied threat and insert implied threat.
This sounds like a healthy marriage.
Please don't choke me with the dog
There's
collar
good parts and
again,
bad
please.
parts,
she only fights demon for a living, so...
Yeah.
Hey. What's a highlight between friends?
And her brother.
Yeah, that's the meat grinder in the background. That's where Willie goes when in trouble. Yeah.
You hear that in the background?
Yeah.
Those are all the men who didn't make it as her husband.
One.
They failed the courtship ritual.
Yes.
Yeah. One appendage gets grinds
Tried
off
to
and
run
runs
so many
and appears again.
But, yeah.
Hey, even your god turned against you.
Yeah. That's how I got one.
Yes, you got
Your
3
god- your
claw marks
god's like,
across the
no.
face.
Oh,
And that's the holy symbol of his character's god.
nice.
Well,
like it.
no, my character doesn't worship anyone. I've just been accepted by a particular god, shall we say.
Finding yourself as one of the lead worshippers. I don't want to worship you. I don't care.
Yeah. I don't even
You
know.
are- you-
I don't even know. I don't
His
even,
name.
I don't. Well, yeah. I don't know that there's any gods. There's just these kitties that hang around, and every time I die, I'm catching up with the guy who.
Has the book on your sarcasm.
Well, yes.
Willie's poor life has been nothing but ownership. You are owned physically by your wife, and you're owned spiritually by the god that scratched your face.
Honestly, both things are not particularly bad if you take them as a guide to potentially what might occur in the future. If that makes sense.
There.
Okay, so to catch people up on where they are. They're currently in the 3rd year of the campaign. It is AR 4710 and the 20th of the 2nd month. They found that there was this rune gate in Riddleport that had all these runes start to light up over time. A shadow formed over Riddleport itself, and then at some point those runes stopped and disappeared, and the shadow disappeared, and fiery death came down, caused a tidal wave, almost destroyed Riddleport, but there was enough omens coming to say they really need to get out of there. Almost destroyed Riddleport with the party thinking they knew better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sounds like us.
That would have just been funny.
No.
I would have laughed.
No.
New characters were all for those. And now they've been tasked with recovering the rock fallen from the sky because, hey, it might be another starstone which turned people into gods. Is Willie hopeful?
No, actually, Willie would have absolutely no interest in touching it at all. He's not that way inclined. He has a quest. He's achieved nothing about that quest, but
He's on a quest.
he does have that quest.
And he has a friend called Quest that hasn't been around for quite a while.
Yeah. Yes,
Which can be very confusing.
he can.
And so you reach this island with some pirates floating around nearby.
Oh, yeah.
You caught up with a bunch of cipher mages and some dwarves. Sort of settled in a town. They were going to go to one of the lighthouses to get it back up and running again, because when the meteor came down, it knocked everything out on the island, including pretty much vaporizing all life on the island except for plant life.
Okay. Whoops.
No, just a small minor thing.
It's usually not good.
Yeah, somehow plant life survived, but organic life did not. That's a weird sort of conundrum.
Yeah.
Was organic life vaporized? Like,
Well, there was no traces of any of the people that were here before the meteor struck.
okay, that is interesting.
They were just gone.
Yeah.
And so our last session had a couple of our brave adventurers going off to investigate the meteor to let everyone know what had been happening. They went down the path, found what really looked to be people running off the cliff to their death below. So they decided to follow what had scared them back into the tree line.
That's right.
So opposite lemmings.
Yep.
Okay, what could go wrong?
And not all the tracks led to the cliff. Footsteps stopped mid step towards it.
Yeah, fair enough.
So of course they had to investigate and find out what happened.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
At which point they came across some creatures that are going to make more of an appearance tonight. Because, hey, you've now flagged yourselves as of interest to the community.
The creature community.
Yeah. It's a hive mind community.
Oh crap. Did anyone happen to know what they were? sort of pointing at the
Well, the-
Buffus wizard.
The others hadn't made it back to the rest of you yet, who are all in sunshines and rainbows.
Ah,
So we're fine. We're great.
Yeah, we're
You're
great.
all good.
Yeah, we're good. We're fine. Yeah,
That's
okay,
right.
no
Because
problem.
what hasn't been stated so far is that, okay, having hooked up with the cipher mages and the other dwarven miners, etc., the whole group of us have decided that we had 3 different places to try and look at, and we all have and which were all priority to try and get back under working order again. 2 lighthouses at either end of the island, and the site where the Starstone fell.
mm-hmm.
So they decided to spend.
as well as also leaving forces at our current location as a base of operations,
Yep.
because it was apparent that the island was not secure. So, yes, that's why there were certain members of the party ended up heading off, and
So those of you who didn't actually make it to the previous session
Yes.
went on the other way, went to help the dwarves and the cipher mages get one of the lighthouses up and running. You had fantastic views of deadly cliffs and reefs and what looked to be a bridge that shouldn't really hold people's weight but did. The dwarves did check it thoroughly.
Yes, dwarves do the right thing. Trust us.
Yeah.
We do the
Doors
things.
are great.
Because they were carrying replacement lenses for the lighthouse.
Yep.
And so yes, you did manage to get one of the lighthouses back up and running.
Nice.
And returned back to the town for nightfall because, hey, no one really wanted to be up and about at random places.
Yeah.
And you didn't want to be holed up in a lighthouse if attack did come there and took the bridge out, leaving you stranded with no way off the island except for deadly cliffs.
No.
Yeah, we don't want that.
Yeah, no.
Though you could fly away.
Yeah, I'd be fine.
Oh no, I'd be okay. I'd grab the owl by the legs as she flies off.
Hey, where at me? Yeah.
Oh, we'd come
Yeah.
back for you.
Oh, at least my dwarf friends wouldn't leave me. Not like the rest of my party. Huh. Okay.
You don't need any or like.
Is our safe spot in the town a pub, by the way?
No.
No.
Do you want to?
Oh, bugger.
It is
Sure, yeah, thank you.
a rather dilapidated building and a tower. So everyone's squeezed into the only defensible spot.
Yeah, well, there's a small town and some of the buildings were wrecked, and we chose one that I think the inn.
The storefront.
Storefront.
And the main tower. So the guard tower.
Yep.
Because they were the only things that survived the landing of the meteorite.
Oh.
when you talked about town or village, you talked about a place that had like 5 buildings.
Yeah.
Okay, so we start the session with Parry, Duza, and Cordar with the 2 puppies limping, dragging their feet, almost like that whole Jurassic Park moment where you see one of them saying, "Get away from here, it's dangerous, a danger, run," sort of look on their faces as they're as the sun's setting behind them, and you just see eyes light up, almost all as far as you can see where the island is.
Oh my god.
And these eyes don't look natural. It's like looking into the sun.
Yeah, we need to.
Into our defensible location,
Yes.
and we'll see how that works for
So
us.
what you're telling me, Martin, is that Cordar is bringing the enemies to where all the good people are,
Yeah.
instead of trying to drag them away from the town to make it safe for everyone else.
That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
You misunderstand the word town.
Well, there was a town because we had a nice little dwarf thing, and we
Yeah.
put gas masks on, if I remember rightly.
No, different town. You're talking different town.
Oh, different town, isn't it?
Yeah,
Okay.
That Riddleport. We've now gone down away from Riddleport over to the Devil's Elbow, an island
Yep.
where the Starstone landed, wiped out, apparently, seemingly wiped out all the people who were there, but not there was actually anyone. The only people who actually were living there prior to the Starstone were a few people basically maintaining the lighthouses.
Okay,
And
gotcha.
that's why the place we're at now, which is about the midpoint of the island between the two lighthouses, only had about 5 buildings in the whole place.
Okay, fair
So-
enough. But
So-
yeah, okay.
And so when you're talking about the good people back here, it's the rest of the party, the cipher makers, and the dwarves that have all come to the island from Whittleport, basically to try and claim the Starstone.
And Cordar brings the bad guys back to the good place because he's what, a bad guy? I mean, what's going on here?
Well,
Gordon just wants you to meet his new friends.
They're my friends. What?
Now, hang on,
They
hey,
human
Parry.
flesh. What?
Parry, Cordo has no friends. We should know this by now. So we don't need to go any further with that.
It is the fact that the rest of the party, Cordar, Duka, and Harry, are returning back to our base of operations to rest and recover.
Yeah, I blame Cordar.
Yeah, me too. Okay.
Yeah.
Oversight, could you say that one, please?
It would have been the situation if we didn't get back before then you wouldn't have been prepared for them to arrive.
No, Cordar. You run off, they follow you, and the other two come back to us and warn us, and we're laughing because we know what's going on, and we're not being attacked.
And you did. That's right.
Harry walks over to our new druid and goes, "So what do you think of the bickering?"
Well, okay. I'm not going to think it's actually happening yet because I'm not going to the Cordar, Duka, and Parry have actually got back to the tower yet.
Okay, no. Look, you haven't got back yet, but when you get back and you start telling us what happened, we start blaming you.
Yeah. The fingers are pointed, buddy. This is the way it is.
Yeah. Willie and Sparky are on the same track here with the whole situation. So, yeah. We just want to do things, not actually bring trouble to us, but it sounds like trouble's coming to us.
That is the island you're on, the Devil's Elbow. What a lovely name.
Yeah, that's great. So which point are we at right now?
Oh, you're at Point B.
Yeah.
Point B, okay.
That's a
Wouldn't the island be the Angel's Cuddle or something?
the Devil's Colon or something. I don't know.
Looks like the.
So I'll talk to the dwarves before the guys get back and just say thank you for how long they reckon the other lighthouse will take to fix tomorrow, and just ask those sort of questions.
Well,
because,
so basically, you've just had the three of them come into sight, looking very bedraggled, and all these lights appearing behind them in the darkness. So if you want to have a discussion while they're outside, because you'll basically have
as we let them in, I'm going to help them to come in and defend them as they come in.
They look. They have very horrific looking claw and bite marks all over them.
Can I never be the too much though? I mean, really?
You cannot identify the animal based on the claws or the bites. Not something you've seen before.
So yeah, definitely try to get them in, and then
what's
I'll
happened to
take
you
a look
guys?
after the puppies first.
I will explain because I'm pretty sure I got a critical knowledge on what they are. I'll explain to the other three what we fought. I can't remember off the top of my head what they were. But I'll just say these things are evil. They technically don't use their eyes for sight. They sense vibration in the ground, and we were dancing around and getting slashed alive.
They are aberrations known as Akata.
And they look like... Oh, God.
Bad
Okay.
puppies. Got it.
That the more you kill, the bigger they get.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
As you kill the smaller ones, the other ones will then eat parts of them that will make them grow.
Yes.
Oh, important safety tip, don't let them eat the dead. Okay.
Pretty much.
What I'm hearing...
Whenever one of their kin hit the deck, literally hit it, they start munching down and getting bigger.
Sounds very
and
Zerg
they
type, that's all.
fought a giant-sized one at the end.
So that's why they're not looking too good.
Well, you better come in, and I'll try to lock the door after they all get in here. So.
Does anyone have as we're going into the
You're currently
secure
in
location.
standing room only in the secure location.
Can you be on the roof?
You can get to the roof, but we're also standing room up there too.
Oh, really?
There is 4 levels you can stand in.
So the whole 4 levels are.
It's not.
There-
Well, then we've got
There's
all
no
the Cypher
huge
Mages, all the other dwarves, and the party.
Great.
You have close to 40 people in a place designed for 3.
But multiple levels?
40 people will barely fit into that multiple levels.
Jesus Christ.
Standing room only. Not fighting room, standing room. You've squished into
Squished
squares
as
with
far
people.
as-
I'm assuming that when we first hit the ground, each of the 3 groups would have mentioned strategic or tactical assets that they might have had. So we have this much food, we have this much. This
You
and
you
that
brought
and
all
all.
your supplies. Most of your supplies are sitting in B3 because that was the biggest space to stick them.
Yeah. So we've got. Does anyone have like
So, as an example,
Alchemist
this section
Fire
here
or-
has most of your supplies,
Yes.
but it's not very defensible. This bit here has all your people.
Well, okay.
4 levels of tower.
So, okay. So in the non-defensible area where our supplies are,
That's where all the food and water is
yeah,
stored.
that's great. But what I'm talking about is things that might easily be used to burn the bodies of any of these a-holes that we kill. Is there anything there? Like, do I remember John the Dwarf saying, yes, we've got 800 alchemist fires and 600 acid and...
They didn't come prepared for a fight. They've got all their mining
Why
gear
the
there.
hell would you not?
They-
Anyway,
They probably only have enough for candlelight and campfire.
so nobody, not even the wizards have got
Well, the sniper
anything.
mages have their spell books.
Yeah, because alchemists, where you don't have to use spells, why would you not?
But none of them are alchemists. They didn't
None
bring
of
them.
Remember, they
Maybe
came
there's one or
here
two
to mine
others.
the Starstone.
We're in trouble, guys.
You were the most heavily armed group who arrived.
We are in trouble.
Now, if Mark had his character sheet with him, he possibly would have had Alchemist Fire and some acid things, but he doesn't, so therefore he has nothing.
Yeah,
So,
I don't. I don't have anything like that.
Most of you didn't
I had
carry
some
that
stuff,
stuff
yeah.
in
No, I
general
don't.
because it
I
is
don't.
dangerous because the GM will target people who carry them.
I just don't care.
Because that's a smart thing to do. It's like, oh, he's got Alchemist Fire on his belt. We'll shoot that instead.
So, okay, any hints on how to fight these things? Buffest wizard ever? Other than the obvious, beat them until they stop moving?
And I'll add in another nice little tidbit for them. Because he's identified the creature, he knows that the meteor that has crashed is made of no-qual, one of the rare sky metals.
Good for.
Good for the
Good for
Thassilonians
transporting
used it
these creatures
a lot
through
of
space.
in some of their metals.
Okay, but good for.
Transporting these creatures through space.
Oh, really?
Yes,
Then
they are
what-
aberrations.
here, it's good for making
crap.
armor, weapons,
So
all
what
that
you're
sort of
saying
star
is these
metal
things
stuff.
come from space?
Yep.
Ah, crap.
They are also vulnerable to salt water.
Okay.
What she said.
So
Yeah.
I've got an idea now. How close are we to the beach right now?
The cliffs
About
About as far away from it as we can get.
2 or 3 hours down the path, or one quick sudden stop.
I was gonna say, because it's large cliffs, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
You're at the ridge of the island that is a sheer cliff.
How vulnerable are we talking?
How vulnerable are you, or how vulnerable are they?
Are they?
Uh,
To
easy.
salt
Like to
water?
salt water.
I mean, is it sort of like, oh no, I've got a little blister, oh no.
It's like Wicked Witch, I'm melting.
If we had
when
it at the can then with water, we'd be fine.
Oh,
I guess
shit.
a question becomes,
Okay.
when they were fighting, did they appear intelligent, or would they just run and hunt down?
The
Harry
bigger
would
they got, the
say-
more intelligent they got.
Yeah.
Uh,
So yeah, the bigger they got, the more intelligent they got, and they sensed with movement, so they could feel the vibrations in the
Yep.
ground, and would target party members that would move.
Did they?
And don't forget, we've left through no choice of our own.
And you were saying that
for
they had a
them to
group mind.
Yes.
Okay, that's
Because
So they
that's
they would
better,
sense
actually.
they would sense one of their own kind
yes.
in
Yeah.
the ground.
Mhm.
They would all cluster in on that to grow.
Oh.
On the same time, they would all sense us moving in the round, and the last person to move would be.
I'm thinking,
Patsy?
how do we get them to go over the cliff? They need to chase somebody over the cliff.
Oh, and the fact that we're now
But
centered
we need them to be stupid.
because we have their blood on them or something.
They also their bite carries a alien parasites. And when I say
Yeah, so
alien
we're-
parasites, imagine the movie Aliens.
Yeah.
So what? You get bitten, and it's like.
Well, it
But they look like
literally,
glider, so.
the more people they kill, the more of them there'll be.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is why there's now so many, because they took out all the previous inhabitants of the island. Except for the ones that apparently managed to make it off the edge of the cliff.
So,
Although that was probably one of the other previous parties that came here before us.
there's also a good chance that the ones that everyone thought were vaporized were actually taken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not great.
Okay, so we need to find.
So sounds like
a-
we need a person to bait them to the cliff and jump off with them.
They're not.
So-
They are not stupid.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is like
Mhm.
it would have to be when they're all separate and done.
And
But
they-
that wouldn't work.
And if someone jumps off
But
the
it's
cliff
all-
and dies, they might just let them go because they do know their vulnerability.
Dwarves.
Yeah.
And-
Yeah.
and
So like
like
if
I
they're
said,
smart enough to
we
know
saw
that
the
it doesn't
trap.
work.
Of them having been chasing a group of one of the previous groups, one of the 5 groups that got, or one of the other 2 groups that got here before us. We saw their tracks leading up the hill, and some of them got off the edge of the cliff. There was
Yep.
certainly no evidence of the tracks of these things following them off the edge of the cliff.
Yeah. So they would be too smart then.
From the
Okay, so I
from
can't-
my
I can't use
memory,
the,
list of equipment we've got. Did anyone list salt as being something that they had?
Nope, not a single person.
Fuckers.
Mm.
Excuse my French.
No one thought
But however,
of basic
It's
supplies.
potentially something that could have been in supply,
Why would you?
but
Is there is
There-
there any
There
like
would be salted meat.
is,
Possibly.
salted meat?
There is salted meat in the other building.
Yes, salted meat though.
Quite possibly there are dwarves involved.
How much?
There's dwarves involved.
There's dwarves
No,
involved.
there's no dwarves involved in the salted meat.
So I asked the dwarves, how much meat, salted meat have you got?
Yes.
Well, that is their stock of all their rations are salted meat.
Okay. Again, how much?
be careful of Celtic beer.
That's great. Great for you to tell us that, but how much?
It would have to
A couple
be
of boxes.
Which is 50 kilos, 100 kilos, a million kilos.
50 kilos.
They don't really pay attention to weight. That's more of a human commodity.
Okay. How much water was brought?
Water? We bought beer.
Yeah, that's no good.
Yes, that's right. Hang on. Yeah,
Why would
Willie,
we bring
beer.
water?
No water. Beer.
What about the wizards and what about us?
The wizards, they just precipitate their things.
So you can just create water.
No, that's a different spell.
No, they can't really create water. They just make
They
other
make it
things.
nicer.
Yeah.
So you can make ice.
No,
is-
they make things nicer.
No, nicer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Again, they don't need to be salt because they can add the spice with the food.
So is a spice that can be created? Does that include salt?
It's imaginary.
Is it?
If you actually have certain things, you can create salt, but precipitation makes you think it has.
Yeah.
But not really. Okay.
It's an illusionary effect.
Yeah. It's not,
Okay.
It's not real.
So has anyone at all brought any water at all?
One person holds up a small little pouch of water.
So everyone else is gonna die of dehydration.
Well, they had stored it in the spare with everything else.
Yeah,
There's a
I'm
couple of
talking
barrels.
about in here.
In B3, there would be probably about 6 barrels of water.
Yep. With most of the salted meat.
Because if you had have stuck the food and supplies in the tower, there'd be no room for
Yeah,
people.
exactly. Okay.
It would be.
Hands up, all those who want to go to the location with all the supplies. We could take the water, put the salted meat into the water. All we need is a 7%
Ratio.
ratio of salt to water, that's the equivalent of salt water, and we then use that as I'm melting to these beasts. What do you reckon, guys?
I'll
Wanna,
protect the beer,
clown
guys. Just
flower
put
them?
it out there. So I'm okay with that.
Get one of those
Well,
clown flower things
Martin?
that squirt
Yep.
water at you.
Yeah. Yes.
I don't think, I'm not certain, but I don't think Cordar used battle medicine on himself because he was hoping we'd get back here in time for an overnight sleep.
That is correct. He has not used battle
So-
medicine yet.
In which case, while the discussion's going on, he'll attempt battle medicine on himself.
You were hoping to have a little more time,
Yes, that's right. Now that we don't have time,
which is the whole
you
reason Perry used his heal spell, because you didn't want to spend 10 minutes in the forest that you just
Yeah.
killed all the creatures in.
Yeah.
that's right. And it was a 12 on the dice, which I think should certainly get me there with my my heal. With my medicine. Okay, so total of 20,
So you get to roll your 2d8.
2d8.
And then he says, I rolled 2.
Yeah.
While you're there, Martin,
I'd like to wait for that, but 10 total.
10 total, so you're at 17
Yeah.
hit points then. Or what was that, Mark?
Feeling fine, or something.
the dwarves, how many dwarves have we got here in this minor dwarves here?
There's about 12 of the dwarves here at the moment.
Okay, so I'll ask the dwarves all to come together. If Parry wants to come because he's half dwarf, he can. But I say, so I'm concerned about our beer stock based on this potential attack coming. Do you want me to make sure I guard the beer for everyone?
They look at you with the, why should we trust you with the beer?
Yeah, how dare a stranger touch our beer?
You were speaking to Graven Goldhammer. You know him well. His family is considered high up in the clans of Runelords, as well as Jengahoff.
Yep.
Because the Runelords dwarves are a clan from Jengahoff. Because that's their home. Yeah, there's a picture of ugly face there.
Pretty cool.
Harry listened to Willie for once.
Always.
And is already doing calculations of salt meat to barrel of water to recreate salt water.
Ordar's going to start pushing his way up through the stairs to get to the top of the tower, so he might be able to start shooting before things actually get close.
Okay, so as you get to the top of the tower, you see the sun continuing to set over the island, and everywhere where the sun sets, you see a pair of eyes start to appear.
It's not safe to move around.
What kind of range or what kind of distance away are the closest ones?
If they're small, then they will be fairly close, maybe within about 50 to 100 feet.
Okay, well, I mean, like, Cordar's got his low light vision again now, because he's half elven again. So, I'm expecting I can see them reasonably well, except for the cover of the forest, etc. I'm guessing.
As you're looking, you realise that they're not the small ones. The small ones are about the size of a small dog, medium to small dog, and so they're about the size of a halfling.
Yeah.
And so they just
And
get
they go
very
from
small.
there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Medium.
There is no known upper size.
Okay.
Are they, so knowing they're not small, can I tell how far away they are?
You're assuming to be maybe 150 to 300 feet.
Do they appear to be approaching still, or are they just waiting for the sun to go down or something?
Cordar.
They seem to have moved into position during sunlight, and their eyes just became visible as the shadows started passing over the top of them.
How long do we... just as a guesstimation, how long have we got of sun?
Of sun?
Of sun.
Seconds.
Yeah.
Oh, we're done. Okay. Shit.
Well, no. Exactly. The point was that they quite happily attacked you in the day. It's not the case that they needed nightfall. So,
Well, I can't see in the dark.
Yeah, Nightfall shows them up quite clearly.
Well, I can't see in the dark.
Or just their eyes, anyway.
Mm.
It's like looking into the sun.
So,
Right, like their eyes are glowing, and so they're
well, how much range effect could Willie do?
they're too far. Yeah.
They actually light up the area around them as they look.
Convenient for humans.
does
Willie do ranged attacks?
not really.
So therefore, all it needs is light around the tower or the building, or the light of the critters themselves, for Willie to be doing his attacks.
Yeah. My question though is, how does
Fire is less effective against them.
sorry,
Fire is less effective against them.
I don't have that.
Torch sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And poison also not effective against them.
So do any of the warrior types like Cordar and that, is it worth us taking a run for the storage area and grabbing water and the salted meat in the attempt of creating some sort of salt watery type thing we might be able to use at some point during the battle, or
I will
not?
point out to Perry at this point his knowledge of they stalk and track the movement.
Yes.
So as long
So
as you're
if-
still.
If you run out this door,
Mhm.
they
Your
will
target.
sense you straight off the bat.
But are they going to attack us?
Yes.
They basically, it's like running in front of a great cat.
Oh, okay.
Impulse control issues.
Mm.
A lot of them will just swarm.
Okay. Looking at the tower, if we climb to the top,
You find Cordar at the top looking over.
that's right. Can we jump that 5 foot or 10 foot or whatever the hell that
You can
that
try,
gap is?
10-foot jump,
but
you're
you'll be
going
falling
from,
about 30 feet down.
Yeah, 30 feet down.
And what's that constitute in fall damage?
In this one, it is.
D6 every 10 feet, like every
I
other.
think it's points per feet, automatic points.
Oh, really?
I think it's 1 point. Per
If
foot.
you've got things like if you deliberately jumping, that'll immediately reduce the effect of it rather than falling.
Okay.
And also you can have things like feats like catfall that will mitigate the effect as well.
Okay. Do we have rope?
Yes.
And you do know that there are holes in the top of B3 that you can just walk right through.
That's great. That's really good. Do we have rope? Yes?
One of the dwarves
Yeah.
hands you a sturdy rope.
Okay, I hand it back and go, you, come with me, go to the corner of the closest area between the two areas.
Yep.
Yep. And I
That's
want,
B5F on the top with.
that's great. I want you and your buddies to hold it. All right? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to climb down the rope, and then I'm going to swing out onto the roof. All right, get into the location where our supplies are. I'm going to tie that rope to barrels of water and barrels of the salted meat, and I want you and your buddies to drag it up, to pull it up. All right, and I'll sit there and try to take as much as I can.
Keep in mind there's no space in the tower.
What do you mean?
It's standing room only in the tower. So there's not that much space for the barrels and such. People would have to be holding it above their heads.
I'm sure you don't need some of the people in there.
Make some goddamn room.
I'm sure you can do a lottery. The barrel's more
Well,
important
If
than
there's
yours.
a wall, like a crenellation or something around the edge.
On the edge, yeah.
Yeah, you can do that. You've got roughly 4 spots you can stick there, or you can stick them on the stairs. I'm sure you don't need to move
Yeah,
between
maybe not
levels.
the stairs. So how many spots and of what diameter are they?
They are about 2 foot diameter by about 1 foot.
So
Crenellations.
so maybe.
As you can see,
So one barrel at best.
This is the spot that has it.
Yeah. So one barrel at best. Would that be accurate?
That would be accurate. I don't think you could really fit. Well, you could probably fit 4 barrels on top of there, but then you'd also have no shooting space to shoot from the top of the tower.
Yeah, that's okay. All I really want is for someone to be able, like we basically think boiling oil.
Mm-hmm.
So you
Yeah.
go, right, we've got it. Push, splash. All the creatures down below go melt, 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 melt. And then people step up and go 20, 20, 20.
And Perry also points out they have a climb speed.
That's okay. We've got plenty of people up there with weapons to fight them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is going to go badly, guys. Anyway, so I want to give that a go.
Okay, so
Unless anyone's got an issue with me doing so.
the Cypher Mages salute you with the nice knowing you.
It shouldn't be too big a deal, I would hope.
Well, after seeing how the others came back and what they described,
Okay,
they're glad
so-
it's you and not them.
Oh, yeah.
Is it that they're sensing motion through the earth and that going in the air will be fine, or they're sensing motion anywhere? Is the
They've
question.
never actually seen them outside of the forest.
So there you go, there's something.
So they seem to be able to see things at a certain distance, but they can feel at a further distance.
Okay.
Certainly, one of the reasons Cordar came back virtually dead is he spent a lot of the fight stamping very hard on the ground to attract their attention towards him rather than the other two.
Okay. So, setting up the rope that the dwarves are holding. Alright? So, I've got a length of rope. I'm going to need 40 feet or more. Actually, probably more, like 60, 80 feet hanging off the actual edge of the tower. Because it's got to actually go enough into the actual other
Needs to
building for me to tie something to it.
You need at least an 80 foot.
I'm thinking, yeah,
Yeah.
80 feet is my guess, but maybe more, depending on how it looks from where I am at the top of the tower. And, because I want to use it more than once, I want to make a knot in that rope, and then tie a rope to that rope, so that once they've dragged it up, taken the barrel off, and then drop the rope again, I can just pull that rope across, so I can then load it up again.
Okay.
Why
You
don't
do
take 2
have
lengths of rope?
you do have
Yes.
the dwarves looking at you perplexed.
If you've got a better idea, dwarves, let me know.
They sort of talk amongst themselves in Dwarvish. Can you understand Dwarvish?
Yeah, I'm from Yangahoff.
Okay, so they're talking about a pulley system with multiple ropes and ability to mount them at different points. Sounds far more complex than what you were saying, but reusable.
Well, mine's reusable as well.
But doesn't require anchoring on people.
Okay, and how long will that to take? And do we have the resources to do so?
They start pulling out all the different stuff that they've been using to help them set up the lighthouses.
Okay.
They've still got their kit for
Cool.
doing the second lighthouse.
Yep.
Though its lens is sitting in the storeroom as well.
Yep. Okay, so I will. I don't have engineering. I've got none of those sort of skills. I was using basic. I need to do these things. How do I do them? But if they've got better equipment, better ideas, I'm more than happy to let them do so.
One of them pulls out a heavy crossbow with one of those grappling heads.
Nice. Love the dwarves. They're the best. And my character will jump down, set up what I need to set up.
Well, they're basically going. They suggest before you jump down, we will shoot this into the area, and you can use the line to
Use
get
it
down.
as
Yeah,
a-
yeah.
Yeah,
That was the idea. Like I was
Yeah,
gonna
zipline, yeah.
yeah. So
Perry was thinking more of a zipline rather than, George of the Jungle trying to smash themselves into a building.
slide down and then push off from the building and then drop down.
I believe Parry is imagining a natural one.
A natural one. That's probably accurate, actually.
Yeah.
Knowing my luck. Splat.
Knowing-
If you're jumping from the top of a 30-foot tower onto the top of a 10-foot building
No.
that's only 10 feet away,
No.
you could quite happily jump from there.
But by all means,
No.
Perry is impressed with Willie's
You might manage
idea.
your legs.
So
But Perry, knowing Willie and the amount of broken hands he's had, does not
My hands are
trust
fine. Willie
with this idea.
my hands are
no.
fine.
Now, if I had the feat catfall for my rogue, but that helps me if I have to fall or jump down kind of thing.
Generally,
not
doesn't
sure
that
if it's-
require a wall next to you?
I'm just
No,
reading it
no.
up now.
Fall basically means, like in the case of Cordar, he ignores the first 25 feet of the fall.
Oh, dude,
That's
right, yeah.
good.
So he can pretty much make
He
it
can
to
make
the
it.
roof without a problem.
Yeah.
He could.
But he won't.
Okay. He's also the one that's got the ranged weapon to actually try and hold them off in the meantime.
Yeah,
The problem is, as soon as you try and jump and you land on that roof, they know where you are.
If the roof takes your weight.
Okay,
we
roof will
will
collapse.
see. Hopefully it does.
It's also, yeah. it's
Yeah,
also-
so they'll either know that you're on the roof or in the building prone on the floor.
Hey, Spark just puts up. Why don't we just stand still and not track them?
Because they
Good
know
stuff.
where we are regardless.
Yeah, they heard us running in here, so they know we're in here.
With
okay.
the added thing for parry is if any of you are carrying their parasites, you're technically part of the hive mind.
Yeah, so
guys.
we've basically got a beacon on us, so they know that we're here. Always three of us are here.
Potentially 3 of you are secret spies.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So again, once the dwarves have done their magic, I will work my way across to the other roof.
So, Peter, would you like to roll the d20 for the dwarves shot?
Sure. What's that? A 5.
A 5. Okay, you see the bolt go straight through the roof and hear it tonk into something on the other side of the roof.
Uh-oh.
I look at the dwarf and go,
They missed the hole. He just shrugs. It's hooked on something.
that's okay. Well, if you think it's fine, I think it's fine. Let's do it.
As you see,
Was there any reaction from the eyes?
you do see a lot of them turn in that direction.
Okay, so they need track me.
Okay, otherwise, they're not moving?
Hard to tell because if they close their eyes, you can't see them.
Yes.
Even with the low light vision?
Even with the low light vision, light just seems to. You only really see them when their eyes are shining bright.
So, with an idea of where these barrels that I'm after are, because, whoever it was who set them up, I go onto the roof, hopefully still holding a rope that I'm going to tie to a barrel. I hope. So, a lot of hope going on here.
That's okay. At this
I
point,
think
I'm
that's
gonna.
what you're hooked on.
Yeah,
I'm going to
hooked on
call
hope.
for a initiative hope check.
Initiative hope check. Yeah, what's that roll?
You think there might be chicken?
Uh,
I'm going to do perception.
Initiative?
do the Chakra Mages have any
Perception?
fire spells?
Perception will work.
Um,
Remember that fire is not as effective against them.
can I...
I know that. No. I'm not talking about fire for I'm saying the fact that I want to get some of the decrepit buildings and things like that nearby a light, or other flammable sources to actually give light around the area.
If I want to minimise sort of my clompy clomp,
Yeah.
would that be stealth? Or would
Well,
that
you
be-
weren't stealthing yet, so perception is a good one.
What's that? 18... 27.
Okay, so what was Cordar's initiative?
19.
What was Duzar's initiative?
25.
What was Parry's initiative?
30.
What was Sparky's initiative?
9 on the dice and whatever you give me.
Remember I said I was going to give you +8.
Okay.
So that'd be 17.
And what is Fondra's initiative?
29.
29. Okay, so this is going to be an interesting night, it seems.
Apparently.
Okay, so Parry, you see they've set up the well, they're still in the process of finishing putting the harness in place.
Yeah, the zip line in place.
Yep, they've actually hooked it on in the inside, and now they're trying to hammer it into the top of the tower.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm...
But it's okay. You know these creatures have no sense of hearing. So no matter how loud the dwarves are, they're not going to hear a single thing.
Yeah, but the vibrations are going to tell
That's a
them.
completely different matter. It's like dinner bell. Ding, 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 ding.
There's 40 of us in here. Time for a feast. Ding, ding, ding.
What was that movie with the grabbers? And they had those
The grabbers?
underground thing.
The underground burrowers,
Yeah.
Tremors.
Tremors.
Almost like that.
Yeah.
Except they go above ground.
Yeah. They're
You believe.
Harry's still on the bottom floor, isn't he?
I'm sure Parry was in the discussion, so he's also on the roof.
I'm on the roof.
Yes,
Hey.
if you're in the discussion, you're on the roof, which means everyone's on the roof.
Everyone's on
No, Sparky's on the roof now.
Sparky
No,
was
Sparky,
talking
no.
to the dwarves. Sparky's on the roof.
Yeah.
Sparky was talking to the dwarves downstairs, I thought.
Dwarves on the roof.
Most of them that were
okay.
organising stuff, all the leaders were up on the roof to see what the threat was.
There's nothing stopping you
Okay.
from going downstairs from this point, of course.
Yep,
Yes.
you can hide amongst the sheep later.
That's such a bad
Yeah,
thing.
that's what that was my plan, by the way. That, yeah.
How about hide amongst the victims?
Yeah. The chaff.
I will throw Cordo's body over me, just in case. So.
So I'm hearing
Right.
Sparky's going to toss him over the wall. That would be fun for Corda.
Yes.
Does Parry see any like loose, heavy objects like bricks or pieces of wood or anything?
Yes, part of the tower itself looks fairly weak. You could probably push off a corner of the tower.
This part of the tower. Actually,
Well, all the structures have had damage, and this is the most
Yeah.
sound structure here.
Yeah.
Which is why everyone piled into it when it was danger noises. Danger, we're almost in danger.
Harry is going to try and cover the sound of them bashing the pulleys in.
You
by-
you know that they have no ears at all. They cannot.
yeah.
They are completely unaffected by
Yeah.
any magic or sound effect because
Yeah.
they are not affected by sound.
Yeah, okay. So sorry, correction. Harry's going to try and mask the vibrations of them bashing the tower, and try and simulate someone falling off the tower with a brick or a chunk of this weak piece of tower and just lob
Okay.
it
So
as hard as
So you're going to lob it as hard as you can. Okay, so you're going to pick up the heaviest piece you can, or just a piece?
a piece.
He's
I
really
mean,
trying to
Harry
push
would definitely
himself.
try and flex his muscles, but he's not gonna lift a lot.
Okay, give me a unskilled ranged attack.
Range attack.
And how far are you trying to throw it?
I wasn't gonna throw it far. It's just to mimic someone falling off the tower.
So if you want to just mimic someone falling off the tower, it's almost the equivalent of ringing the dinner bell where you are.
Okay. Well, okay. I will attempt to throw it into the building to the north. What's that? That's
B2.
yeah, B2.
Okay. Just checking the actual scale if it says so on my map.
I was gonna say.
Hopefully, it's not a massive throw because like gravity will arc it.
5 feet per
Some-
square, so closest you'd be is
15.
20 feet away to hit the building.
Okay.
And so that means it would be a -2 to your attack roll because stones have a -2 for every 10 feet you throw it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Good
No
point.
one's skilled at
You've
throwing
got a big
stones.
target, it's got low AC.
Yes.
It's not moving, it's not got this.
He can still miss the ground.
Okay. Yes.
Well, that's the element of flying.
Apparently,
he-
apparently
he-
Counted miss.
he names
he
his
said-
stone Arthur Dent.
You said flat ranged, so dexterity.
Strength. I'm going for strength for this one.
Oh, sorry, strength. Yeah, that makes
You are lobbing it as hard as you can.
Sure.
And by the way, guys, it's nice knowing all you guys' characters. Just thought I'd let you know now. So.
Yeah. It's been fun, guys.
Great.
Yeah,
I gave it a mighty huck. A roll of 19 on the dice, -2 is 17.
Okay, you hit part of that building. You hit it quite well because you see it start to collapse inwards on the wall you hit, causing a ruckus.
You are indeed the buffest wizard.
Yeah, man.
And you can see all the eyes start heading towards you the moment you hit that.
Towards the other building.
Towards the B2 above you, yes.
Well,
Good.
considering how much space is between it and how far away they're starting, they're heading towards us.
Yep.
That's great.
Listen, hopefully there's no one in that building because if I'm target at least.
Okay, so that brings us to Fondra. You've just watched Parry ring the dinner bell.
On the wrong building, please.
So I'm just like, God damn it.
As you're hearing the continued thunk after the things falling there on the tower
Yes.
beside you as they're hammering in the bit.
Stuff's falling, yeah.
So by the time the building stops rumbling, they're still going thunk, thunk.
Okay. I want to find... We're going to need some light, and I'm pretty sure I have the light spell. I need to go with you to fix up my spells a bit. So...
Just to give you some idea of what's going to happen soon to
Yep.
Willie.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
My face is going to get eaten.
I want to find, like, a pebble or something.
Mm-hmm.
Cast light on it, and then drop it down so that we have light in that area. So,
Okay.
I don't know what else to do.
You drop it and you see light just spread out from that spot.
Yes. So that'll be light for at least, where is it? 20 feet in that radius, and then dim light for the next 20 feet from there.
Okay.
And whereabouts did that get dropped?
I'm hoping to aim it again towards the B2 building as much as I can.
Okay, give me an attack roll with a -2.
Looking for the roof?
Presumably not into the B2 building, presumably
Just trying to get
outside
close
of
to
it.
it, but would have to be standing further away.
10.
10. Okay, so yes, you managed to make it land against the wall.
Okay. That's all I wanted. I just wanted to make it not here.
So it's throwing light back towards you quite clearly.
Yeah, that's exactly what I want.
Does it light up any souls or living things in the building?
It does not. Though it would have been funny if it did.
It would have.
No,
Hey,
They haven't been here for a couple of days.
Harry's one thought as literally as it left his hand was, oh crap, I hope there's no one in there.
You think it after you do it.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Well,
That brings us to Willie. We're hearing this ting, 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 ting as they're finishing
I'm
securing
going to say
it.
to the dwarves, can you do it? Can you secure it with rope without having to knock it into the... Because you're ringing the dinner bell for the bad guys.
They sort of look at you in that, horror of, but that's not how it's done.
It can be done, and you should be doing it.
That's
Do not ring the dinner bell unless you want everyone here to die.
That's against OSHA.
So that's the first time
violations.
someone's told them that, so hey, they stop.
So just don't make noise, like don't make vibrations, because that's what the bad guys come and eat you with. But I still need to get across if I can.
Is it good to know? We'll hold it.
What do you mean? Okay, you'll hold it.
Hopefully you don't
Okay.
fall.
Yes! Jesus Christ.
Who?
So, at some point, I'm assuming not this round, but at some point,
You can jump on it now if you want to. You've had one action.
okay, I'll jump on it and I'll try to get onto the roof.
Give me an acrobatics roll. But I'll give you advantage because you're using a proper pulley system.
So you're
Go the dwarves!
you're belaying
Love their work.
belaying yourself down and over.
Natural 20. Yeah.
Okay, you slide right through that hole they made, not even feeling the edges of it, even though the hole is... Most people would have thought it was thinner than you.
Yeah. No, my character's very thin. Yeah.
Nothing but net.
Yep. I've got one hand. I'm
well, not even that. You didn't touch anything.
Now, as I go to land, I want to land as softly as I can, making as little vibration as I can,
Good luck.
I want to tie up a barrel of water because I know where it is. Hopefully.
You see that the barbs have landed right in the middle of one of the dwarven meat boxes.
Okay.
Quite secure because that's a heavy amount of meat.
Okay. In which case, I will basically pull the rope to let them know to pull it up.
You don't think the winch is going to take that?
So how are they going to pull it up?
Basically, you'd expect 4 dwarves minimum to lift that box.
Yeah. So
No, lift that box at the box.
okay. So
There is other barrels and stuff, so you can actually tie it to the pulley system and have it go back up.
I'll do that. Whatever it takes for them to effectively be able to drag that box up. Happy for that to occur.
Okay, so you start having a look around as your final action for what you can tie to it.
Yes.
Give me a perception roll.
And I'm going to suck at this because...
With disadvantage.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's dark. So...
Have you not got a wayfinder?
He hasn't turned it on.
Because it's an action. Best is a...
You didn't turn your wayfinder on when you realised it was getting dark and you were going to have no light?
Okay. Looking around, you see shadows that you think, some of these look like they could work. And then we move over to Juza. Juza and Poppies.
Right.
Puppies have returned.
Puppets
Where
can sleep.
are the dogs? Are they just like on this wall?
Well, they are moving between everyone's legs, making them very uncomfortable.
I told them to stay over against like a secure looking wall. We're in like a tower, right?
You are in a tower.
I was just throw all of their weight through their butt. Bonk.
Is there like a wall that's not near like a door or anything that I can just sit them near that might be out of the way?
Well, you can send them downstairs and have them sit on one of the floors below. That way, they're not in the open.
But then I won't be able to keep an eye on them.
Well, I'm sure the tower top's plenty secure. Nothing will go wrong there. You've got parry after all.
Yeah, totally. Alright, I'm gonna tell them to sit and stay behind me, because I probably can't move anywhere myself at the moment. But at least I know they're there. They're close, and they'll stop moving around, making movement. So that's my first action. Second action, I'm probably going to try and repeat what Parry did, like lobbing something heavy. Do we want towards that building, or do we want it further away?
You see if you can throw it farther to make it seem like somebody's running away the other way.
Alright. I'll do that. So is there like a crate of something that's not important?
Okay,
Like,
so
not the water, salt water, then.
how far are you trying to throw it?
How far did Parry throw his?
20 feet.
Can I do 30?
30 will still land on the building.
How far would I need to throw to either clear or get like past the building?
You'd be looking at trying to get to 50 feet.
Ooh, okay, that's probably a bit far.
Well, that'd be -8.
I'm sure you could do -8. You're Duzar after all.
I could probably do -8.
Natural
Show
ones.
parry off.
Yeah.
Show parry off.
Should walk.
Oh shit.
Don't let this scrawny wizard throw further than you.
Can I aim a bit further along the wall, like 25 or maybe even 30 feet?
So you want to hit the building still, or you want to get
What?
over the building?
Why not just go past the building?
Because getting it over the building would be like landing it in that area there. I'll try to make the map bigger for you guys. Not that one, that one. Okay. So roughly the highlighted space is about the 50-foot mark for Doomsday to hit.
Because we still want to be able to see them, right? So where are we throwing from? Sorry, B4?
The purple building.
You would basically be throwing it from one of those squares.
Right. Okay. Can I aim to just to the right of that building where that bit of space is?
So into that space over there.
Yeah.
You can, of course, you'll be guiding them closer to you.
Now, we're at the top of a hill, are we not?
You are.
So what about if you try and throw it in the spot where it'll keep rolling further away?
That would be directly behind us.
No, we're at the peak of a hill on all directions, I think, are we not?
Everything in front of you is a
down.
slope, and then behind you is
Sheer.
a sheer.
Sheer drop.
Okay. So we want the slope. Okay.
Perfect place to be caught.
Yeah.
And the way out is the slope down.
Yeah.
A windy road going up like hairpin turns.
If you could get a big boulder and basically pocket, go roll down the hill, that'll make a lot of noise and vibrations as it goes bonk, bonk, bonk down the hill.
I can try. I mean, I've got 2 actions to try, so let's do it, I guess.
Okay, so trying to get it to roll down the hill, we'll see how you go.
Is that an athletics?
It would be a ranged attack roll at this stage.
Which would be correct.
Your strength bonus plus your level. No trained or anything like that, because you're not trained with stone.
I see. Yeah. So strength is 5, our level is 5, so
Plus 10.
Plus 10. 28.
28. Okay, you make it bounce a few times and then stop. Okay, so yes, you have finished that turn. Then
Wait, don't I have another action?
okay, so well, you did
picking up.
you did have spend some time looking to see where to throw it.
Oh, yeah.
Also, the action of probably picking it up.
Alright, I'm happy with that.
Okay, so Samaritha, who's one of the Cypher Mages, starts setting off fireworks above the tower, giving you bright flashes in the area.
Okay.
Because, hey, better to be able to see things happening that's lighting up
Yes.
more than a mile in flashes here and there.
Oh, I guess the booms are up in the air, so we would be vibrating the entire air.
Yes.
There'll be multiple shockwaves.
And that would be disrupting their senses as well.
Imagine trying to chase something that's coming from up. Because it's not necessarily above the tower, but hey, it's just up.
It's just a wave of vibration. I don't know really where it will be coming from.
They would know the direction it's coming from, just that it's coming from nowhere they can reach.
Yeah, I was like, this sounds like an awful idea, and then when I thought about it, I was like, oh wait, actually that's a good idea.
As you watch, all the eyes just seem to fade as they seem to be looking up, not at you.
Yep.
That's actually really good.
Go Wizards.
Hey, you do remember she was the one who befriended Quest when he first reached the Golden Goblin with you guys. So she's a returning character.
Nice.
Yay!
Okay, so that brings us to Corda. So how does Corda think of the plan so far?
It's no time to shoot whenever one's close enough to shoot.
Okay, so you can see that there is one of them at the 200 feet range that is outlined quite clearly by the fireworks. That's the closest one. He appears to be huge.
Huge.
Okay.
Oh,
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
Terrifying.
So that is 13 minus 2 for distance is 11.
Pissed off.
31 upgraded.
31 upgraded. 31 upgraded becomes a card critical. That's not a
Nice.
bad first attack roll
Yeah.
of the year. And that was the actual
$30
card
bucks.
box, which is nice considering one of them's full of beads. Well, counters are always handy for a lot of games.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so that is the critical fumble deck. Not that one at the moment. We'll wait for later for today.
Yeah, that'll happen.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say give it about 5 seconds.
give it till next round. We'll do well this round, and then next round it'll all go to shit.
We'll just wait till Mark's turn. Just see if
Mark
he's paying
said
attention.
he'll be back in 10 15
Ah,
minutes.
dang it.
Okay. Mark says he's hiding in a barrel or a box this round.
Yeah.
So that was a natural one. So climbed down into where Sparky is because he went to the barrel and boxes.
Yep.
That won't mean where Willie is.
Yeah.
Yep.
So let's see. Quarter with your piercing shot. Triple damage on top of the... so that means you end up with 4 times the normal damage.
Jesus.
Nice.
Okay. Now, I think I remember, I'm looking at my character sheet, and longbows get deadly D10. Does that mean they roll a D10 on a critical, or they get a D10 on top of the normal D8?
I think it's
Extra
on a
D10.
critical. I will look that up quickly for you because it's not hard to
Because
look up.
I don't have the book with me, sorry. Here.
Well, I can tell you from my samurai, it was it's a changes from D8 to D10 for your roll. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah, D10. Okay, right. And so then it was effectively 4 times damage.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I'm back as well, guys. Sorry.
That's
Well,
okay.
that-
We're
roll a
just
9.
about to implement your hiding barrel maneuver. So you get to roll for it.
I rolled there, Villa. I rolled on the
It put down 17.
Yep. 17 and 8.
What am I?
Okay, so unlike what Mark said, critical hit adds a weapon damage dice of the listed size. So you get the original dice plus the deadly.
Wow.
It does not
Oh, okay.
replace it. It does not upgrade it. It is a extra dice.
But you're not timesing both
Okay.
by 4, are you?
And it also get
Holy
multiplied?
shit.
The multiplier will apply to both.
Bloody hell.
Okay.
Good.
Total of 14 on the 2 dice, times 4 is 56.
Okay.
Nice.
56. It's a nice blow. It's still standing though.
God.
That's right. Okay. It kind of makes good bow, so, but it doesn't have any other effects to it. Okay. And I guess that was my first shot. And I will take another shot. 16 minus 5 is 11, plus 11 is 22.
Okay. Your shot bounces off.
Okay.
So right in and then ting.
And then
Shit.
I won't bother with the third attack. I'll just keep a look out and if anyone can't see what I'm seeing with the elven eyes low light vision, I say, yep, there's one over there 200 feet away.
Okay, so it turns and looks directly to where Cordar is, isolating up the whole region as everyone sees this bright beam just come into that area. It's like a torchlight coming towards you.
I don't see that because I'm nicely in a different building.
You're actually seeing the windows of the place you're in light
Lights
up,
up.
and then starts to light up from all along one side,
Yeah. Shit.
like someone's turned spotlights on.
Crap.
I hope the barrel of the box is quite dark, so I don't see any light. Is that right?
You haven't gotten to the barrel yet. You're going to do that after these guys have acted. So,
Okay, so, yep, nice, cool. Okay.
Lucky for you, you get to see what they do before you do your barrel maneuver.
Barrel.
Well, hey, you wanted to use up the water somehow.
What?
No, I didn't. I'm back now. I'm going to rephrase a few things I said because I knew this was going to happen. So,
Okay, so yes, and it seems to start bounding towards you. As you can see, all of the eyes start now heading towards the tower. All eyes seem to be focused at the tower top. Basically, they seem to know where the shot came from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they're a bloody group entity.
Yeah.
Okay, so then it's their turn. So Sparky, how would you like to rephrase your action?
okay, I would like to find a unused barrel or box.
There are no
That is
boxes or
nowhere-
barrels in the tower.
Okay, I don't want to be up in the tower right now. I want to be down where I can hide somewhere, corner somewhere where I'm least likely to be anywhere near corner.
Okay, so a acrobatics roll
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, that's a +8 I can do. Yeah.
with advantage because of the nice dwarven construction.
So you're coming to join me, are you, buddy?
That's where the barrels are.
Oh, yummy. That's a happy cat.
Jeez.
No. I was hoping the same building there, Martin. I'm not thinking about going outside the building. So,
Come on.
if it makes sense.
There are no barrels or boxes at all within the
No.
building you
So
are.
if there's
and
no
it
barrels
is-
or boxes in this current building,
and it
can
is
I just try to
standing
find a
room
corner in it?
It's all standing
Is there-
room only, so you'll be pushing your way through people to hide amongst the sheep.
Come and join me. We'll be
Even-
fine.
Yeah, I'd rather be near you than Corda. So yeah, okay.
Yeah, you're not. Yeah.
You're helping.
Yeah.
So, what's your athletics with advantage?
Advantage?
Acrobatics with advantage.
Yeah. It's based on the +8. It's 19.
19. Okay, so there's this big crashing sound as Sparky breaks through the roof. Willie sees all bits of beams and that come flying down towards him. He gets to make a reflex saving throw.
What the?
Okay. Let's go with the bang tonight.
Natural.
And the new
Natural
character's
one.
going to be rolled up soon.
Okay, so that's going to be a interesting result. As someone critically fumbled his dodge out of the way of crashing beams.
Crashing dwarves.
Oh no, the dwarf
It's a
doesn't
rutlet.
hit you.
But it's a special maneuver called the rolling barrel of doom for a dwarf. So
See? You only have to give it a round.
Yeah.
I called it
Okay,
that
well
we
that's
had
not too
hard
bad. You take 4 points of piercing damage as one of the beams comes down point first into your side, pinning you to the ground.
Pinning me to the ground.
You basically got the worst possible angle of this beam coming off the roof.
So I'm kind of stuck.
Currently, you got Sparky there to help.
What the fuck?
So Sparky, second action, as you've managed to pin Willie.
Hmm.
No
I
bank
would've-
on its
well, I have.
whatsoever.
I'm just thinking is it survival the fittest or is there? No, Willie's my mate. I can't do this to Willie. Corda, I would just
Really?
go straight to the barrel.
Really?
No,
Seriously?
no. Hang on. I'm gonna say. I'm gonna.
So the first
Go
thing
ahead.
you notice as you land down next to Willie is you're right next to quite a nice vintage of Jangerhoff beer.
No. I'm not having turned
It
alcoholic
even
yet.
has a tap in it right now.
No, sorry, Martin. You're not going to buy me on this one. I'm going to help my friend Willie to see if I can get him unpinned, please.
Okay. So describe what you're going to do, and I will apply the difficulty based on that.
Well, strength is not my best thing, so I'm thinking.
Kick it until it moves.
I'm going to have to go with strength roll. I can't think of anything else that I can think of. I'm going to try to move so he's unpinned. I want to make sure he's able to move.
Okay,
I
so
think so.
Sparky starts to do the Superman maneuver. Give me a athletics roll.
You're fucked, dude.
Yeah,
11.
11. Okay, so Sparky's straining quite a bit here. You can see the veins pop all over Sparky's body and top of head because no hair. You see all of them pop.
Sparky's sufficiently motivated. That's great.
Can I have a second attempt at this, then have no chance of hiding? Is that okay?
Yes, you can have attempt number 2 as you're making all these scrambling sounds on the floor.
Yeah.
That's better. 25.
25. Okay, again, struggling. Willie can feel it start to move in the wound.
Move in the wound.
As Sparky does 9 points of slashing damage to Willie. So how much did I say for the first round?
It's 13 total.
So 13
so
total.
far.
Just thought I'd keep track.
Yeah, no, that's
Comes in handy.
Yeah.
So yes, you managed to move it maybe an inch.
How much more do I have to move it to get it out of him?
Well, you didn't lift it up. You moved it sideways.
Okay.
You could probably
I'm
it
rolling,
probably
okay.
take you about maybe another 6 inches or so to move it out of his side.
Oh my god.
No, I'm
I'm sure
just
he'll
rolling
survive
character
that.
in preparation. That's all good. That's all right. Okay.
Okay,
cleric
but that is
on your character,
that's all your actions for today. For this action. So back to parry. How will parry save the day? Apparently your distraction is not working.
He was on mute.
I was on mute. I was getting him to do something and then I completely forgot that I had him to do so. What is Parry going to do? So have I seen the debacle that's happened in B3?
No. Because you're seeing all these lights shining in your direction, it's now hard to see much besides those lights. It's like someone has got floodlights all towards you.
Yeah. Nothing the big evil thing that we poked with an arrow.
Well, before you, they just had their light. Their eyes were just glowing. Now they're actually projecting.
Oh.
They got the shits.
Yeah,
It made them angry.
Yeah.
You never make the enemy angry.
Nah.
Well, you've never seen more than one huge creature together, so you're not exactly sure how terrifying they can be en masse.
I think we're about to find out.
Well, they're smart enough to know the trajectory that the shot came from.
Yeah.
Great.
Or they're just going to the settlement.
How far away are they?
At least around 200 feet. But actually, they're probably now around... How fast can they move? Okay, so they're now about 100 feet.
Oh!
Great.
Yay.
Love this.
They had 3 actions to move.
Yay.
Okay.
How many are there? You said 2 huge?
Well, there's one huge one that you can readily identify because of the arrow sticking out of it.
Oh, yes.
But you can count probably 50 to 100 sets of eyes, depending on if you want to make a perception roll to count.
We are not going to win this fight, guys.
We really do.
I mean, we've got plenty of wizards and plenty of dwarves, but I get the feeling they're going to get nom-nommed real quick.
That's okay.
Well, I want the dwarves to live, so I don't think it's okay.
Well, I'm saying that's okay because I'm hoping that none of them will die, but...
Ah.
And these guys are resistant to fire.
They are, but it doesn't mean that they are immune. Resistant and immune are 2 different things.
How many can I possibly make out in a 20-foot burst?
Well, you can see the 2 huge ones you can see coming towards you are about 50 feet apart.
Oh.
And then you can see that there's a lot of smaller ones coming behind them, almost at probably about 30 or 40 feet behind them. So they're sending the larger ones in front.
I'm going to attempt to distract the big ones. I'm going to try and hit a cluster of small ones. And hopefully all get their attention that way. And I'm going to cast Fireball.
Okay, so we're going to use up our fireball.
Yep. It's the only thing that I know can be bright, loud, and give us some time.
Okay, so roll your damage.
Roll my...
And what is the DC of your fireball?
Just one quick sec, I'll scroll up to my DC. 22. 6, 10, 20, 24. On a fireball.
Okay, so okay, so you hit a cluster of probably about 10 of them in that fireball radius,
Mm-hmm.
because they do sort of move in groups.
Yeah, yeah.
And you just see them turn to ash.
Good. The ash is what I wanted. I don't want bodies, I want
Yeah.
ash, and I want a big, loud noise behind the big things.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
And so as that spell goes off, they still seem to be looking up at the tower. Maybe they traced the line of the fireball. Because it's not a cast spell in the distance. Boom, it's...
Yeah.
I
Like-
know, I know, it's a throw, it's a throw, I know it's a throw. But I was hoping that the big, loud noise behind them distracted them. But if it didn't, that's okay.
Okay, so that brings us to Fondra.
Alrighty.
L time?
I want to try to cast Wall of Thorns. The range says 60 feet, but it says it creates up to 60 feet in length. So do I need to be touching the ground to do this, or since the range is 60 feet, I can
Range, you can do it from a distance. You can even do it from the air if you could cast it while in wild shape. So you could literally do a throw a wall like that sort of thing.
That's what I want. I want that. So
What he said.
Yeah. Basically, you pick an area and say the wall grows up from that location.
yeah, the wall goes up there. So it's a 10-foot high, 5-foot thick wall. So that if they enter that area, they take 3d4 piercing damage. It's something. So that's my whole actions.
Yep.
All
And how
three.
long was it, sorry?
60 feet
6 feet long? Yep.
and 10 feet high, 5 feet thick.
And where are you casting it?
It has to be in an open, unbroken area, so it has to be a straight line
Yeah.
in the area.
6.
So basically beyond the...
If it's
The,
any shorter than...
That's roughly that.
Yep, then that's it. Done. Yeah.
Is that where you're going for it?
Yeah.
Okay. All good.
Give or take 5 feet.
Yeah.
Okay, so
And we're in, Willie and I'm in B2, is that correct, Martin?
you're in B3.
B3. Oh, yeah, gotcha.
You could have gone to B2 instead if you wished to.
B2 is the one that the boulders have been thrown at to try and tap detection initially.
Oh, no, cool, because I'm just trying to work out, what's, escape plans.
Okay, so Willie, you got this piercing ache in the side.
What else could go wrong, really? So, first thing I'm going to do is flip open my Wayfinder to provide a light so I can see what the hell is going on.
Yep, you can see the beam going through you,
Yeah.
and the fact that it is at least 15 feet long and quite thick.
And I'm going to do, like, what have I got to do to get this thing out of me? Like, effectively...
If you break the beam, then you don't have as much to lift.
So it would be an... what skill to...
Pack roll to break the beam.
No, but to actually move it out of my body.
It would be probably an athletics check to lift it out of your body.
And I would need quite high, I imagine,
Mhm.
because it's quite heavy. All right. Well, in that case, I will go up. Like as I open my wayfinder to provide light, I'm assuming Sparky's there, and I'm like,
Yep.
the fuck.
Well,
What the hell?
Sparky has her hands around the beam at the moment and is, wiggling it in you. Just the tip, she says.
I've heard that before.
Hey, hang on. With a wink.
You're winking at me while you've impaled me on a wooden spike.
Hey.
You are a sicko, and I don't know why we're friends.
And I'm sure she'll add just like the honeymoon.
Oh, sorry. I remember from my turn the comment you just said.
Yeah,
I might be running out.
The less, the less we talk about that, the better. All right. So, effectively, I'll attack the beam,
Okay.
slashing damage, and I will do. How does necromantic damage work on a beam of wood?
It would basically weaken it, so...
All right. So I'll do that. So I've done one action. Two actions is to attempt to slash the hell out of what's pinning me to the floor. Nah. All right.
As you hear a meow in the background.
A meow.
Yep. As you summon a kitty cat to the room.
Really?
Someone called out, God damn it.
Yeah. Well, there is that. Yes. Okay. So it's a 22 on the first attack, and a 35 on the second attack.
Okay, so roll double damage on the first.
You mean on the second?
On the first attack. Then we'll do the second attack afterwards, unless they're both considered the one attack.
They're both considered, like, DR is applied.
In which case, then, the first attack is doubled, the second attack is tripled.
Oh, jeez. Okay,
Nice.
alright.
As you get a, you're welcome from the kitty cat. So, Jesus is better.
Jesus, true. Okay. So, that is going to... Oh, actually, I'll just... Yeah, anyway. So, first attack is going to be a massive 8 slashing, which doubled is 16. I don't know if I'm going to be doubling the necromantic damage.
No.
No. So 16 is 23 total.
And then we'll add in the other one.
Yeah.
Because it's all added together.
And it is... great. Is... oh, shit, that's alright. 15, tripled, 45, 51.
Okay, so you shatter the beam. Sparky now gets to make a reflex saving throw.
I hope you fail!
Well, I know I've got more than a +8 usually on my character sheet, so it's going to be interesting.
But you probably got the same as me.
And
I get plus 13.
I probably have actually. Yeah, I got 12 total.
12 total. Okay, so the thing comes down and lands right on your foot.
I'm not going to say what he said. I'm going to summon the cat because I've got 3 other people that might come out for me. So, and one of them I really don't want to hear right now. So I try to hold my hand over my mouth and pretty much. So.
But hey, you've now only got this little spiky bit out of you right now. So, that brings us to Dooza, and all the fun that's happening inside the building as you're hearing some screams.
Yeah, and swearing.
I mean, is that any different from normal?
Well, it normally involves some form of altercation.
I mean, but I recognize it as
Willie.
Yeah.
screaming.
And then
Yeah.
Sparky.
They're fine.
If they're making noise, they're still alive.
They've gone off to fornicate with each other. I don't want to know.
Sparky has taken 5 bludgeoning damage from the beam.
Yep. I have no idea what my hit points are, Martin, so I'll let you guess. And
I'm sure I can look back in the history and find it if I try.
Yeah, cool.
I honestly don't know what to do. I don't really have any ranged weapons apart from just throwing random things, but the last person to do that, they didn't look away, so I'm a little bit concerned now.
I've lost my nuts.
Exactly.
Well, you're not at the table.
Sorry, I'm wearing headphones, so I don't know where that entered into the conversation. Shouldn't need anything else.
I think that pretty much sums up our predicament right now, Arian. Thank you for putting it so eloquently.
Well, as I said, I had my headphones in, so I had no idea where the where you guys were at in the conversation.
Honestly, about perfect.
Yeah,
That works.
Gonna listen to the episode later and probably laugh my ass off.
Absolutely.
Probably.
Good luck.
Thank you.
I mean, I can either go across and help our poor Willie and poor Sparky with whatever
Don't worry about us.
Yeah.
thing
don't.
they're getting up to right now.
Yeah, don't.
Hey, if they're in trouble, at least it's in melee.
Yeah.
All away.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Otherwise, you have to wait for them to come to you.
Mhm. I mean, honestly, other than that, I don't know. I don't know what I can do because I'm almost pretty much a melee.
Well, the options I had was if I was going to support Willie, I was going to just hold an attack just in case something comes through. That's my thought in my head, but that's for you, Em. But I'll leave it
Well,
up to you.
noting the fact that they covered half the distance on their first action, if you're melee, you may want to be getting down to the ground level and guard just outside or guard the doorway.
Yeah, but don't forget that they started to mess me up even as like lower levels, and the two that are coming towards us are the giant ones. Is that right?
Oh yeah, okay. I'm
is
not saying
correct.
it's a good option for Doozer, but if Doozer wants to have impact on the fight, then ground level's where he needs to be. Alternately, the idea of when there's anyone in the group that takes the opportunity to provide any healing.
I mean, I'm not too bad. I think I only have 7 damage total at the moment. Is that right, Mum?
I believe it is 7 damage total, yes.
Yeah.
Put the fan on.
I mean, I can either hold my action until I either have to. How close am I to the stairs?
You should be fairly close to the stairs.
Okay. I can either get to the stairs if I need to, or get to the
Thanks.
balcony, whatever it is, if needed. I can just ball people out of my way. I'm strong enough to do it. I think I'm just gonna hold my action because I want to see what they do first. If they come up to us, great. That means I can engage in melee. It's gonna hurt like bloody hell, but I think that's better than going down by myself. Thanks, Cordar, for that suggestion.
Well, no, there's still a room full of people down on that level.
Yeah, but are they fighters? They're miners, aren't they? They wouldn't know how to fight. Unless you're
What do you
willing to
think?
go down with
They're
me.
They're dwarves and mages. You think they don't know how to wield a pick?
I'd rather someone I know can actually help come down with me. So unless you want me to drag you with me.
Well, no,
Actually, I mean, if Cordar's volunteering.
Cordar's the one that actually got the missile weapon. Which is
Uh-huh.
why he took up a place on the roof.
Uh-huh.
Aside from the fact that he was on 7 hit points. Total, not damage.
Total, yeah. No, I know. I do the opposite. I tally the total amount of damage I have taken, not subtract.
Yeah, because that's like Cordar does too. Yeah, so I keep track of the damage taken.
Yeah.
And then I'm aware of what's left.
Well, the other thing is, Cordar had
like
been healed amongst the other people, taken to negative numbers, which means I only counted from 0 onwards for healing, not caring what his total hit points were. So.
Yeah. No. I'm.
That's the only reason I have it like that.
Yeah. No. I know why you have it like that. I'm just saying, like, I just know that if my total counter gets close to 78, I'm in trouble.
Mm-hmm. Well,
yeah,
it's at 7, so it's not quite that bad. Can
It's
add a
not
0
quite
to
that
the end of it
bad.
any time now.
Yeah.
So, holding your action.
I'm gonna hold my action.
Yep.
I'm not useful right now, so I'm just gonna hold my action.
So delay or hold?
Hold. Because you've got the lane for anything particular.
So
Yeah,
the
I'm not
delay
really-
means that you can pipe in and say, I want to step in now. And you go after whose the current turn is. Hold is you specify what you're holding for.
Okay, well,
I'll put it the other way round.
I'll just hold, and if one of them starts climbing up the side and gets to like within melee range on the siding,
Yep.
I'm gonna try and rush over and like attack it on the wall.
That would be a single action you can do. So you could do the double slice if you had your weapons drawn.
Well, I've got quick draws on the yeah.
Okay. Technically, hold is not actually an action. It's delay already, isn't it?
Yeah, that's why it's taking the hold as ready, because you're
Whereas
generally
Whereas I
holding
think
for
you
a
were thinking
reason.
it's delay. I think you were thinking it's delay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
sorry,
delay
again,
means
too
you
many-
get your full turn,
many-
but you have to wait for the current turn to finish.
Well, I don't really want to go out of turn order because I think our turn order is pretty good at the moment. I will draw my weapon
Mm-hmm.
as my action, and just go and just be like, all right, tell me which way they go, and I will go that way.
Mhm.
To like just people in general. Like if they start climbing the wall, let me know.
Okay, so
That would be my actions.
Samathea basically is doing her cantrip is currently just she doesn't have much in the way of cantrips to help you. She's based on old 3.5. Yeah. So that was before Pathfinder. Yeah. So she has the light cantrip 4 times. Because
Yeah.
cantrips were limited back then.
Yeah.
Okay, so yes, she'll probably have more than that. She is going to throw a couple of missiles at the one Cordar hit. As you see, 3 missiles streak towards it. Basically, she did a full round casting.
There's still a D4 like there used to be.
I believe there's still a D4.
Yeah.
It should be.
Is magic missile?
Yep.
Is D4. Yeah.
D4 plus 1, I believe. So, she adds to the damage you inflicted on the big one. Okay, so it is now Cordar's go. They're a lot closer now. As
Yeah,
they-
I will
but
take
the-
another.
But the lights are quite blinding, so it's hard to see them clearly. They are partly obscured.
Okay. Is that a modifier on my roll, or you make the modifier? I'll let you know what my total is.
That would work.
Yeah. 14, AC 27.
Okay, that will be a hit.
Eight points of damage.
Okay, it's still standing.
And I'll try another one. 13, 26, 21.
That is also a hit.
Of it before.
It's also a lot closer.
Yeah, but when it was further away, I took the -2 for range. But so, okay, 5 points of damage.
It's also not actively avoiding being hit.
Okay.
Because before, when they were watching, they were waiting for attacks.
Okay.
Stoney spent his entire turn running.
And again, he'll use his third action
Which also reduces
to make certain everyone's got an update on locations to where they are.
Yep. Okay, so now, Sparky, there's a beam on your foot for some reason.
I'm still holding my yeah. I just mumble to myself while I'm doing the game. Okay, so is a beam on my foot or just a piece of thing stuck in my foot?
No, it is about 10 feet of solid beam pinning your foot to the ground.
Okay, that's fair. It's
Not a jagged
understandable.
edge because someone broke the end off. Did quite a telling blow right through the beam.
Is it like, is my foot underneath it or just my shoe?
Your foot is underneath it, which is why you took bludgeoning damage. Bludgeoning damage.
Okay,
to the foot.
no. Just thought I'd ask the question because I was going to go shoeless if I had to. Is Willie free or just it just?
Willie has about a foot worth of beam sticking out of him, which means he could quite easily pull it out.
Okay.
Might take some damage from it, but hey.
Because he was in the side of him. Is there any way if it's kind of can I kind of wiggle out of it kind of thing at the moment or not?
Well, its full weight is on your foot.
Because I'm not as good as punching as he is. That's all.
But it's not as heavy because a chunk of the beam has been broken away.
I'm going to use athletics to see if I can get off it. I'm not that really strong, so I'm not going to.
Super Sparky to the rescue.
Here we go.
As you flick it towards Willie.
If you throw it onto me,
Hot
we're going to
potato.
have troubles. We're going to have problems.
It's only 14, so I don't think that's going to happen. So.
Okay, you lift it slightly, but not enough to get your foot out.
I will try again.
Okay.
I've got three options here. I rolled the same again.
Again, you have this slight shuffle thing of weight off, weight on, weight off, weight on.
Okay. And last go. Yeah, I'm not moving. Don't worry.
What did you get?
Exactly the same. 666.
Okay, so it's like weight off, weight on, weight off, weight on, weight off, weight on.
Now, that's not telling that. I'm not using the dice roll to summon anyone right now. I just want to put it out there. Okay, so that was just by accident.
Watching Sparky grasp the beam with both hands and thrusting upwards is quite suggestive at this point in time.
I am not looking at Willie when I'm doing this.
I'm married.
My eyes away.
It's all good.
Okay.
Is that a beam or are you just happy to see me?
Or you feel like more up there as it is
Please
going to hurt
don't
Willie.
say that. I was drinking. How am I still that all over my keyboard?
I'm about to say that's what Sparky said, but I didn't want to go there. No.
So we are over to Perry, and seeing if Perry actually hasn't lost his voice at that as well. He has lost his voice. He's still on mute.
Back.
So yes, you hear these sounds of frustration coming from the building next door.
They're having a good time.
Just moans and groans from the building next door.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Unsatisfied moans, mind you. You know the difference.
Angry.
Yes. I agree.
Pent up.
Harder, damn you.
Put your back into it, god damn it!
Yes, that's right there.
Yeah.
Harder.
Not that spot. So what does?
Wait, foot. Harry's not going to judge about that.
So what is Pari going to do? As these creatures are now 100 feet away.
They're 100 feet away. Yay. Unless Parry keeps on throwing more spells from the top of the tower, which they'll distract to us. Not much you can do.
You have Color Spray, Shocking Grasp, Dispel Magic, and Vampiric Touch besides your cantrips.
I was about to say, all my 5 cantrips, of which I could throw some Dancing Lights their way, or a Ray of Frost.
Ray of Frost?
I'm sure throwing Stabilize their way will go down well.
Yeah, definitely.
We just want to be friends.
Yeah. I'm fairly certain that means all of them out of range, doesn't it?
I was about to say, the range is the fact that I'm literally going to jump 100 feet off this tower at the moment.
Yeah.
Hey, it is the buffest wizard known to man after all.
So again, if you're down to melee range,
Quick question.
then perhaps need to be on the ground.
I already know the answer. If I jump off this tower off the cliff and cast Stabilize just before I hit the water...
You feel nice and stable. You feel nice and stable before you hit the water.
I was about to say, it probably won't work.
You'll have this Zen
it
peace
also-
moment just before you hit.
I know.
Overlight would work anyway because you have to be actually on 0 hit points at the time.
I know. I feel amazing as I go splat.
This was a great idea.
Yeah.
I'm going to cast Ray of Frost at the thing with an arrow in its forehead.
Okay. I believe that
What's the
comes with
range
an
of
attack
Ray
roll.
across?
120.
Okay.
It is a spell attack, yes.
Hey, you might critically hit, might slow them.
Hopefully. $31.
31. Okay, that's definitely going to be a critical hit.
Yay! So on a crit is...
Double damage?
Yes,
Plus-
double damage and minus 10
To its
damage
movement.
penalty.
Which does take a third off its movement.
Good. I'm gonna slow these fuckers down. And it's heightened to 3?
It would be heightened to a third level spell, yes, because you have third level spell
So
slots.
3d4 plus int. Double.
So I take it the dwarves and the
When
wizards that we've got aren't pew-pewing?
They're trying to shore up the building.
20 damage to it.
Well, there's only so much room on top for people to do stuff with.
Yeah.
And if they were up there, you've got one of the wizards up there throwing spells with 4 other people, and that's pretty much crowding the top.
Yeah.
So how much damage did you do?
20.
20 points of
20
damage?
cold. Yeah. I think it's cold.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Presumably cold.
you see it iced all over.
Ah,
You killed it, Parry. Good job!
Which brings us to Fondra.
No, I don't like it. Wait, is it? I thought it was Willie's turn.
No, right after Perry.
Oh,
it's
that's right.
Fondra.
No, it's
Willie
me.
follows you.
That's right. I don't have much.
And they're almost at the Wall of Thorns.
Yep.
Is that a concentration spell?
No.
Lucky for you.
Yeah.
Thankfully, it's not.
Mate. We're gonna build a wall.
A great, big, beautiful wall.
So, for Fondra, what
And
level
these
spell
evil
was
things
that?
will pay
That
for
was
the
a
wall.
third level spell, so that was one of my 3. Because I only have 2 third level spells.
Oh my god, you.
Drinking that on the waves. Alright, guys.
Because you said these things are resistant to acid, but
They are.
like could still, of course, be hit.
Well, that's what I did with Fireball. They're resistant to Fireball, but I turned 10 of them to ash. They
Yeah.
were the small ones, but 10 of them are now ash.
Okay. This is the best I got. I'm gonna do acid arrow on the big one.
Gonna do acid arrow on one of the big ones.
The one with the arrow on it.
Yep, you can do that.
Um,
So, what level spell are you casting?
that
today?
is level 2.
You don't cast it as a higher level?
Uh,
Because you basically you can only cast it at the level you memorize it. Pathfinder, unlike D&D,
Yeah.
requires you to put them into your spell slots.
yeah, I have
Yeah.
it as level 2.
Okay.
So,
What Martin is saying that is if you have a 3rd level spell slot, you can in the morning you can technically prepare your acid
Prepare it
arrow
for
as a 3rd level,
yeah.
which you actually
Yeah.
can't. So because it has to be a 4th level spell slot to be heightened. It's
Yeah, it
heightened
does.
plus
Yeah,
blue.
it says that on there.
So you could.
So you can prepare it in a third, it just gets no effect.
So-
it just gives you an extra acid arrow.
So a second, a
Mm.
third, a fourth, a fifth, a sixth. Assuming you obviously can cast those. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and, in D&D you get to know the spell
Yeah.
and use spell slots like a sorcerer.
Yeah.
That makes it easier for the wizards. But the wizards can then swap and out their thing, the sorcerers cannot.
Yeah.
Okay, so best advice then is to use it as a 3rd.
You use it at whichever one you want, because if you marked it down as a second, we'll use it as a second.
We'll use it as a 2nd.
I was about to say, use it as a 2nd because it saves you the 3rd level spell slots.
That's what I was thinking too.
And you were saying that it doesn't get any increase until fourth.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, okay. I just don't remember how. No, it's up right there. Okay. So I have to do spell attack. And then if it hits, then I can do the damage. Is that right?
That is correct. I'm just looking up it right now.
Okay.
Usually I was almost on the right page. And then I went looking in the wrong place. Okay, so one creature or object make a spell attack against the target.
Okay. 16.
16. Okay, you hit the target squarely. Your acid burns right through the ice and the creature.
Yep. Oh, so it's dead.
Yes.
Thank God.
Okay. Dead.
Okay.
Dead,
there's-
dead, and dead.
So is it eaten up? If there's no more body, please.
Nope, there's still most of the body there.
Damn it. But does that mean if the creatures eat it that they get acid damage as well?
Quite possibly. But the
Well, I know they're
persistent acid damage is 1 in 6. They might actually feel it.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah. And I know they're resistant to acid anyway too. So that was something. At least that one's down. That was 2 actions.
That was a 2 action, yes.
So I guess I will try to perceive for next target to try to call out where one might be.
Okay, give me a perception roll.
Yep. That's terrible. 14.
Okay, you can see at least another large one coming directly towards the building that Willie and Sparky are in. Well, it's the only one you can see easily that's
Yeah.
not hidden by your wall of thorns.
Yeah. I'm also guessing light.
It's quite obscuring.
Yeah.
Okay, so that brings us to the next person in that list, Willie.
Okay. I'm.
Gonna pull out the wood.
If I don't, what impact does that have?
It can get caught on things.
So,
It's like splinters sticking out.
all right.
Just an action to pull it out.
And I take damage.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to leave it where it is. I'll take one for the team. I'm going to
Sparky's still stuck.
help. Yes, I'm going to help Sparky. God damn it.
So it takes you an action to get up, and you hear a growl of a kitty cat in the room, in the back of your head.
Yeah. Thanks, Kitty Cat, as I try to move the thing off his foot.
Okay, and as thanks, the kitty cat rips out the thing rather violently from your side,
I did say thank you, Kitty Cat.
and and took a little bit of your flesh with it.
Yes.
That is the third time you've called his name out in this combat so far.
I know.
So that is 13 points of slashing damage.
Jesus, okay. 26.
You remember the kitty cats do not like having their names called for no reason.
Yeah.
I did call for no reason. There was a reason,
But you didn't
just
give them
not a
a
really
reason.
good one. Alright, and I'll try to get this off.
Yep.
Like, I'm helping, basically, I'm assuming that when Sparky and I...
Sparky can do a assist with Sparky's reaction if Sparky wishes to.
Sparky does.
Then Sparky makes a athletics roll.
20?
I've got to get. If she gets 20, then she gives you +1. If she gets 30, then she gives you +2.
Jesus.
Just 23 total.
So it gives you a +1.
Okay.
And if she's expert with, I believe with athletics, the assist increases with each level of mastery.
Ooh. Okay.
But it's a +1, or if you beat it by 10, it's a plus bonus.
Alright. So, athletics, which is... yeah, okay. 17 on the dice. What's that? 26, I think.
26. Okay, so yes, you lift her off Sparky's foot. You are the bee's knees.
Uh-huh. I'm looking at... Well... When I lift it off the foot, my next action is with the light, looking around, basically to see what would be the easiest thing to... Because I don't know what's going outside. And I'll see what the easiest thing to tie.
Okay, so you've got some barrels of water that look like they'll be quite easy to get out of the roof now that most of it's been caved in.
Yeah, and most of it's sort of come out of my side at some point.
So you've got 2 barrels of water that are still remaining.
Mm-hmm. So I'll move over.
And attach both of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You spend your actions attaching both. That brings us to Dooza. Your held action has expired.
Awesome.
You're relieved you didn't have to use it.
I stare off into the distance.
You hold on to your nuts this time.
No, it's not my nuts. It's Lily's nuts that he lost. Apparently.
Ah. So Sparking is helping with his nuts?
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah.
That's what
It
Perry's
makes
good
so
at.
much more sense for all the moaning and groaning going on in there.
Which is exactly why Dooza doesn't want to know.
Dooza does want to know.
Dooza's oddly curious, I know.
Dooza had his parry moment earlier last season in the barn with the scarecrows.
Yes.
Is it bad that I'm 100% making a parody of Scotty doesn't know to Dooza doesn't know? Don't tell Dooza doesn't know.
Don't tell Scotty.
So one of those big ones has been taken down.
Yes, it has.
The other one hasn't, right?
There's another one coming that's not that far away from the building. You're sure there's more out there, but you've now got an obscuring wall that you're looking over. So if they're small, they'll be hidden behind the wall.
Yep.
I was gonna do that. I was looking at it going.
I saw it. I'm just like dead.
Just gonna check on my cat what you think of what you're doing, because I think he may have pooped somewhere he wasn't supposed to.
But he's being so cute.
Yeah. But I can smell like he's done something. He does that every now and then.
I mean, I can either wait for this other big one to like start climbing.
They will not break our wall.
He does what I call protest poops around the place.
Protest poops.
I don't know how to feel about this, that the American built the wall.
But Mexico paid for it. Or so they believe.
So what was our Duza, the amazing axeman, going to do?
Well,
Bash the axes together and draw a crowd? Tink, 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 tink.
I honestly have like nothing to do because they're still not within a melee range, and I'm not going downstairs for the life of me. So stop you, Potter. I guess I'll ready an action again that if one climbs up the side, I'll attack it.
Okay, you are ready to smack. What do you want to do with your spare action?
They're more than 3 movements away.
I don't care. I can do nothing else, so stuff you.
You're basically at the top of the tower, cuddling your axe, going, please don't come up here.
So you could spend your remaining action taunting Parry.
Harry's done work, okay? Harry's kill count is like a lot better than Drew's this combat.
I will pat condescendingly Harry on the head. So, well done. Good job. Pat, pat, pat.
1 damage.
Well, hey, you could always offer him one of the doggy treats.
Who's a good boy?
Oh, can I have a Scooby snack, please?
Who's a good boy?
Sorry.
Who's a good boy?
Can I have cartoon snack of unspecified origin?
Hey, I don't mind Scooby Snack. It's not like we're actually advertising it.
Not sponsored by Scooby Snacks, the fictional dog treat.
Okay, so yes, that is our Duza's turn. Then Samarthia does the light crossbow fire into one of the buildings nearby, lighting it up.
Do you think he's actually
Yay!
I think it might have just been wind from the cat.
He might have just farted.
Yeah. Because it was this big wave, very strong smell coming my way, and it's like, and then I saw him asleep, and it's like, I can't find it anywhere. I had a bit
It's
of a
not
look.
as bad as dog farts.
Oh no, I got hit by the noxious fumes.
I love that. I fart in your general direction and leave.
I looked at the dog, Loki, and I'm just like,
What the?
how can you look so adorable but emit a gas that could kill you?
Well, our cat likes to come up to you, do this all purry, turn around, lift his tail, let one go, and then walk away. And he looks happy and content.
Yeah.
The funny bit was he tried to follow me into the car, and I'm like, no. It's not close, it's not happening right now. Alright, I'll just
Did I tell you about the time Yuki had just eaten and she came up for like pats, and then like I'm patting her with like my face to hers, and then she did the biggest burp from my face.
Oh, that's my dogs every time.
Gross.
Every single time they're done eating, Maggie has learned to come up to me, so I massage her gums, so I get the food out of her teeth, and then like just burp right in my face as they're staring up at me. I'm just like, great, this is great, thanks.
It's my love you burp.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so that is Doomsday to a T with Samantha giving you some extra light, and Corda, you see that the one that you hit that got frozen and then acid to death, you're not sure which one actually killed it, but hey, I'm sure all three of them count.
Did the others moved all in the meantime?
They basically stopped for a moment, so you must have done something interesting.
Okay. Well, if there's...
You can see
Is
the
there
other
big
one
one?
that is about 110 away from you.
Okay, I will take a shot at it then. 8, 21, 19.
19. Okay, your shot bounces off.
Okay. Take another try. 12, 25, 18.
Okay, it also bounces off.
And then I'll go, well, yep. They've stopped to eat the big one by the looks of it, so got another round.
Okay, so it is their turn, and that big one seems to head directly for the...
Hang on, their turn was before quarter.
Their turn's after quarter. I actually have it on. I have all the order of stuff. They actually skipped the entire turn after you guys took one out.
Oh, okay. You know, okay, that's why I was surprised that they hadn't actually caught up. There wasn't actually one at the base of the tower type stuff. So
Because you
the fact that
had,
they held their action.
they basically lost their turn for doing stuff as something.
But then, if they were acting on their normal one, they were acting before quarter.
The normal one was actually. They actually did act.
That's why quarter shot one at 100, at 200, and then after they moved forward into infinity time, he got shot at 100.
That is correct, but they did go after you. I've got the order here, and I have been doing it in order. They have the same initiative you have.
Okay.
I go down the list.
Okay, because yeah, well, okay.
One of them goes.
My plan had been when I actually go to like I was expecting them to be on the base of the tower with what my plan was going to be, but okay.
If they had have had a go after you hit them last round, they would have been at the base of the tower, but they did not approach the tower that round. That's what I said. They didn't move forward on their round. This time they are moving.
Yeah. But okay, what I'm confused about is that if they effectively not acted on their round, then they should still be before quarter. But okay.
Okay, so yes.
Right, go active now. Go for it.
The first one goes barreling into building B1 and demolishes it.
You.
Not near us. That's good.
You hear the whole building crumble beside you, and feel the shake in the ground where you are.
Okay.
Right.
That's bad.
And then you see a whole bunch of little ones leaping the wall of thorns.
I figured.
You're counting about 20 of them have come just leaping over that wall.
I can't
Probably
see
took
that,
the
but
damage
they
from
just
the thorns.
jumped 10 feet, like, over the wall. Jesus.
That's terrifying.
And you hear a kid going, Jesus.
Jesus. Hey,
Hercules,
cat.
Hercules.
hey, kitty cat. What?
So yes, now it is Sparky's turn. How does Sparky feel now that you've had a weight lifted off you?
Much better. Are we still doing what we were originally doing there, Willie? Are we still trying to move stuff up to the tower or not?
I'm assuming, sorry, as a character,
Yeah.
but as a player, my character probably doesn't know what's going on outside, except for the
Yeah.
fact that something really loud and crumbling happened outside. Oh, and the fireworks. So I wouldn't know where these creatures are right now, so I'm still, again, hopeful that we can do the whole salt water thing. So I've been tying up the barrels, ready to get them loaded and drawn up by the dwarves.
From DM thing, is there enough barrels and meat tied up at the moment, or we still need a few more?
Well, you've only got 2 barrels remaining from the water supply.
Well, I'll help with that. I'm here to help Willie. So I wouldn't, same with him, I wouldn't know what's going on outside either. So
Okay. So you'll check to make sure Willie secured it properly with a survival roll.
Okey-dokey. 22?
And you determine Willie sucks.
Yep, you tighten it up a bit for Willie.
Yeah.
Apparently, he needed a little more support.
Yeah. My survival is garbage.
Yep, I got your back, Willie, I say.
Yeah, I tap my side and go, I noted.
You can see it's filled up with just these 3 long scar marks across there.
Nice.
Now, is that which one action, Martin? Or?
That was 2 actions, 1 to move over to there, 1 to check. Well, 1 to check each barrel. So that would be all 3 actions.
Yep, cool, I'm done.
So parry. You can see that there is one of the large ones is basically standing on B1. A lot of small ones are just south of the wall, having spent all their time getting and jumping the wall.
So the small ones over there.
Damn border jumpers.
Yeah, no, right. Illegal immigrants, get back!
Yeah.
They're illegal aliens! Okay.
They are, literally. I was waiting for that joke to pop out. E.T. go home.
So there's one trying to stomp out the fire in B1.
Well, it crushed the building as it went over it.
Oh. Okay.
So that's worse.
Yeah.
Well, it was mostly, dilapidated to begin with. You could have crushed the building by running into it.
Most likely.
Okay. So, how many small ones are there to come?
You
One
can
more big
see
one.
20 small ones within sight.
Alright. My priority is going to be the big one then. I'm going to throw another Ray of Frost, 2 actions.
And that was my CanCon haul.
I'm gonna ask you about that after game.
Natural 20 for a 32.
32,
yeah.
So we get one of our first spell criticals.
Yay!
We haven't really had many of those.
Hmm.
Though, there are some of these where you change position with the person you've hit with the spell.
that'll be great.
That would be bad times.
Well, for you won't be as much of
Juicer
a
might finally, exactly, Juicer can finally use her ready to action if something pops up next to her.
Okay, so you get your double damage, and the target is slowed 2 for 1 round.
On top of the fact that it's minus 10 for the round anyway.
No, after the kid with the frost ball.
So slowed 2 means it loses 2 of its actions.
Oh, that's good. So then if it wants to move, it gets another minus 10.
So if it wants to move, it can only move 1 move in the entire round, and that's it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's better. 8, 10, 15, 30 cold damage to it. Yes, plus 5.
Okay, so that brings, so that's Parry's 2 actions. What's Parry's 3rd action?
Yelling out to the lovers in B3, they're in the town!
So the lovers are in the town.
Well, no, as in, I will yell to B3. The aliens are in the town.
Okay. I thought specifying might help.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that brings us to Fondra. How will Fondra save the day?
Uh,
You did slow them down. They required them to spend their entire turn jumping the wall. They could have just barreled through it, but hey, they figured out there was a way around it.
Yeah, lots of damage.
It's almost as if budget cuts do not protect us.
Don't worry, they may have learned how to use handles.
This is great. Love this, love this, love this.
okay.
The old clever girl.
Yes. Yes.
I don't really have anything. Best I got is I have my blowgun. That doesn't-
You do know that they are resistant to poison.
Yeah, that's one like that doesn't do.
Here, let me cause some poison damage.
Yeah, this doesn't do anything.
Dink! They're rolling a natural one on that one would be funny.
It would be
Yeah.
really funny actually. And that's the end of Fondra.
How did Fondra die? Well, there was this insult for blue gun.
Yeah. I honestly don't think I have anything. I think best I can do is hold my action getting my staff ready.
Yep. You prepare your stuff. Willie.
I'm gonna yank on the rope for the dwarves to drag the water back up to the tower.
Okay, it starts moving. It moves about 5 foot.
So it's going to take a while. While I do that, I'm going to try to position the... well, actually, comparatively, 2 barrels of water versus one of the boxes of meat.
They would be probably about each barrel would be about a tenth the weight of a box of meat.
Oh, dude, really?
A single dwarf could carry 1 or 2 barrels. Takes 4 dwarves to lift the meat.
Okay. So just... I guess I'm doing the calcs in my head.
You could break one open and just pull out meat.
Is there anything I can transfer the meat into that is a smaller container?
Have you got sacks?
I don't. No.
Does Sparky have sacks?
Are there any sacks in the provisions room?
Sacks.
You could have a search.
Well, I've got the light looking around.
Sacks. I don't know if I would out of my character class. I had.
Though I know Corda does have the giant's ball sack.
Yeah, he has a giant ball sack. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I've got a Titan's heart, but I'm not sure that's going to work out very well for me. So yeah, I'll look around to see what
Give me a
containers.
perception. Well, we don't know. It's perception, so no investigation.
Not great. Would be 13.
Hunting around doesn't seem to be any small containers handy.
All right. I guess that's the end of my go. I'll spend those actions, and realistically, it's going to take a while for the water to get up there, and so by that stage, we're probably going to be in combat.
So Doomsday, you can see the beasties are now within 50 feet of you.
Great, so it still means that they're like a 100-foot drop down, right?
Not a 100-foot drop down. There's only about 30 feet down.
Still, they're not like right on top of us.
They are not. They've been slowed down by a wall of thorns and someone freezing them.
Nice.
But the anticipation is building.
The anticipation is building. I guess I do the same ready to action. Wait to see if one of them climbs up within range and then hack them to pieces.
Okay. Then it is Samiratha's go. She flicks her dagger at one of them. Okay, it seems to strike and then reappear back in her hand.
Oh, she's got one of them fancy ones.
Nice.
She's a mage after all.
Yes.
If you're going to throw a dagger, you may as well get one that comes back.
Yeah.
And she seems to be quite successful at hitting it. It actually goes down.
Nice.
Wow, nice.
Have a find the little one, was it?
One of the little ones, yes. Okay, so it
There's
is...
no medium-sized creatures?
not at this stage, no.
Okay, so there's several small and one huge.
Yep. Quarter, you're up. The huge one is covered in ice but slowly moving.
And how far away from the base of the tower is it?
It is about 30 feet.
It's on B1, correct?
So it's on top of B1.
Okay, I will shoot at one of the little ones.
Okay.
AC 20.
AC 20 is a hit.
7 points of damage.
Okay, arrow sticks into it with a nice solid thunk.
And a second shot.
Double tap to his shoulder.
AC,
Yes.
AC 13.
Unfortunately, your second shot bounces off.
They're great movies.
Not surprisingly. I'm surprised it actually got close enough to bounce off.
Well, it was enough to hit them without their armor.
Yeah. You've got third shot. Cool. 19 minus 10 plus 3, 22.
22, that is a hit. Third shot for
For
the
another 4
shot.
points of damage.
How many?
4.
Okay, so it goes down with the second shot to the head.
Oh, no.
So double tap to be sure.
Yes.
That brings us to the creature's turn. All the little ones jump on the dead ones. And start, you hear the horrid sound of flesh, weird flesh being ripped apart.
Does that
It could
include
be-
the one that was
yeah.
acid damaged?
They didn't seem to be touching that one.
Oh, it's almost as if they know.
Well, it's almost as if they can't sense it.
Ooh! Okay. Now we're somewhere.
Okay.
You did get frozen after all.
It didn't hit the ground. It froze standing up.
Yeah, true.
This one hit the ground.
Which I'll point out to the previous session's group, that were the few times they didn't actually attack the same creature that went down was when you froze them.
Yes.
Apparently, they don't like frozen food.
They can't seem to see it.
Mm.
So, definitely not good with ice.
Okay, so that does bring us to... Whose go was that one? That was...
Those are creatures.
Order. It's the creatures.
Or
that
I
don't
just
need-
killed one and they were jacked to move.
Yeah, they leaped on all the little ones leap on the other little one, and the big one just spends its turn shoving its way through the building, moving slightly closer. It's now between buildings B3 and B2. So I will highlight big one.
Big one.
Big one is in that square.
Okay.
Literally, that's the size of it.
So the others can probably see him.
Well, it will be breaking the wall down in a moment.
Here's something very large outside the...
Yeah.
somewhere out there. You're like,
Yeah.
what the hell is... Oh my god.
And then that brings us to Sparky. How will Sparky save the day?
Okay, so is there any creatures in our area right now or not?
You hear something on the other side of a wall, and you see light streaming in through that window that is brighter than Willie's light spell.
Okay, so is Willie still here at the moment?
Yeah.
Willie's still next to you. He's hunting for a sack.
Hunting. Okay. I know that we got told that they sense movement. Is that correct?
They do, and he was looking for salt.
Oh, was he? Okay. I'm going to use my reaction to assist him, see if he needs it.
Your reaction can't be done on your turn.
No, I will do that, yeah, if he needs help in the future. I don't know whether I should ready an action just to help him back him up.
If you're ready in action, you're putting a trigger on it. If you're doing an aid, it's not a readied action.
Yeah.
Aid uses your reaction to assist someone.
Nice.
Which is why aiding is only for one person once around. But you can have 5 people aiding you though.
Yeah, so to get back up to the roof, is there like a way back up to the roof at all? Is there like somewhere I can acrobatic up kind of thing? Or?
Sure, give me an acrobatics roll with disadvantage.
But they
You
shimmy
can
up.
go up the rope that's tied between the two buildings at the moment.
The one that's holding the precious water.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. No.
The remaining precious water.
Well, Martin, you can have fun with that one. I'll let you do what you need to do with that.
What did you do?
You said 1, so I'll let you decide what you want to do.
Okay, so you see Sparky leap up and land right up on a piece of roof that sort of caves down below, and Willie gets to make another reflex saving throw as a beam comes down straight towards him.
I hate you, Sparky. I just want you.
I hate myself right now.
And you've got a big guy right next to you.
Oh, that's better. 15, 28.
Learning from your mistake, you roll right out of the way as you see this big blue head with really like sun-like eyes turn and look at Sparky. Sparky leaps up right next to its head as the roof just caves right in where Sparky is as it turns and looks at him.
Jesus.
Am I under any of this stuff, or am I right in the front of the sky?
So you're in the corner right next to the big thing, Mark.
How many actions have I got left? 2?
That would have been 1 action to jump up like that. So you have 2 actions left. But I will give you a reflex saving throw to make sure you don't get caught under the rubble you caused.
1 dice, I shoot.
Just 1 dice. You are riding the wave.
I'll go with 17.
Okay, so yes, you managed to stay on top. I'm not sure that's a good thing, but hey.
Now, I did have quick draw on my dagger. I'm not sure how much it's going to do at all.
So yes, you show your teeth as you pull your dagger.
Yep, that's quick draw. So I've got an opportunity to attack and then raise my shield and pray to God. Not to God right now, but yeah. I'm not going to mention any God names. So I'm going to attack it.
Are you going to throw your dagger? The wall hasn't come down, the roof has.
It hasn't come down, so it hasn't come in yet, okay.
It just has to reach its neck in to hit you.
So I can use... So
or
if
just
I
push the wall down on
use...
top of you. That too.
Quick draw my dagger. That means I've got 2 actions still left. I can ready an action, so if it comes within melee, attack it.
You can, yes.
I'm going to do that, wishing myself luck and all that kind of stuff while I roll that 3rd character. So.
Okay, so with that bright note, we move on to parry. As we hit round 4.
Wait, 4 rounds against these things. Okay. Parry's gonna keep on doing what Parry's doing, and
We still the faltering ones that are eating the big one. Do we have another fireball?
no.
Well, that sucks.
Yeah,
He has
Which
a color
one?
spray.
but it's too far away.
Is it?
Yep.
How much range is cold spray?
It's a 15-foot cone.
Go down. You'll be
Oh,
fine.
yeah, no, it's go down, doesn't it?
Juno will throw you.
They're more than 30 feet.
Yeah.
I'm sure Parry can jump amongst them and cast it. I'm sure there's no danger whatsoever.
No,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
not.
yeah.
Except he's
Other
done
than
it
probably
before.
jumping on the big thing like Sparky just did.
Yeah, Sparky keeps bringing the roof down.
With my
Yeah.
knowledge of last session, is there any point in freezing the carcass of
Yes.
the ones of the small ones that are eating?
If you freeze it, they won't eat it.
Alright, I'm gonna ray of frost the carcass. Hoping
Okay.
to freeze it.
Make sure you hit at least 10.
Or the 10 plus 10.
So,
If he can hit the armor class of 10, he can hit the the carcass.
alright, cool.
Yeah, but can he critically hit the carcass? He could even critically hit the fleet, can he?
What I'm saying is he can critically freeze a carcass because it's not a creature.
Okay.
Anyway, that's a 24.
Okay, so yes, you solidify the carcass.
Good.
Before they finish getting the whatever it is they eat the bodies, get from the bodies. So that leaves you one action left.
Does leave me one action left. There's not much Parry can do. A lot of his stuff is 2 actions.
Mm-hmm.
Parry's gonna yell out, actually. No, freeze them. No, he's gonna say freeze them all.
Okay, so Fundra, you've been told to freeze them out.
Can't do
You
that.
might be talking to the cypher mages.
That too.
But I can acid arrow again. I think that's the best I got right now. I will acid arrow the big one. The big one that's left. So let's see how we go.
So that's assuming you had a second acid arrow memorized at level 2.
Correct.
No one likes their meat frozen.
Be 27?
27 is a critical hit.
Ooh, okay.
He has been slowed and he is distracted.
Okay, so 3d8 and then double the initial damage and then 1d6 persistent acid damage. Okay.
Yep.
$18 initial damage and then 4 persistent.
So the
When that
persistent damage doesn't take effect. It's not enough for him to actually harm him.
I
You
figured.
needed to roll the 6.
I figured.
He can just sizzle away on his body and he'll never notice.
Okay,
Was
so
the initial damage doubled for 18?
unfortunately,
No,
I rolled really badly.
Okay.
that's what I had a suspicion. I was like, I rolled 18. I'm like, hopefully that's 36. But no, when you said 18, I went, oh wait.
No, unfortunately, those were a couple low rolls with one high roll.
No, that's okay. That's okay.
So Willie, you can see a
So bad that I'm-
huge-sized creature looking down
blue
at... Yeah, that thing.
Mm.
Nice and bright, vibrant, isn't it?
It is.
So bad.
Naturally so, some might
As
say.
you watch all the tentacles around its head start to writhe and...
Okay.
I've never wanted to play Chauvel in a campaign rather than right now.
What have I got to do to lay the smack down?
Okay, you can do a single move to get to close enough because you are an awesome monk.
Am I? I am
Yeah.
certainly an awesome monk, yes. Alright, I'll do the single move and...
You also have the stuff to make salt water within your grasps.
Not really. The water's just been dragged away and
10 feet away, is that up?
I'm going to lay the smack
You
down.
see it's moved another 5 feet into the air.
Sadly, the timing was not particularly great.
Hey, you may preserve drinking water for the group for the next day.
They're alive.
Yeah. Alright, so I'll step up and do my attacks. Alright, so 2 strikes as always. Blah, 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 blah. Alright. 21.
That's a hit.
That's not 16.
16. Yeah, he bounces.
Alright.
It's a little harder than you expected.
Yeah. I'll do massive.
Feels like shark skin.
Did you use 2 ones?
Yeah. So I'm going to do 4 points of slashing damage. Yay me. And, oh, that's a little bit better. 10 points of necrotic damage.
Snap its Achilles heel. Do it.
Okay, so yes, so that's 2 actions.
One move to move up.
So was it a double strike, or did you do? So
Oh, and actually, I may as well do stunning as well. So, I don't know, make a float.
But isn't the double slash a single attack, meaning you have 1 action left?
Yeah.
And what does it need to get for? I believe it rolled a 25.
Yeah, it succeeds. My DC is not particularly great. Alright,
The small ones are easier to stun.
yeah. So, last attack. Ooh. I'm probably going to stuff that up. 9 is a 12.
A 12. Okay, not a critical fumble.
No, but it's certainly a miss.
It
Okay,
was
I'll do the
a.
critical funnel.
You didn't even connect this time.
No.
Came close to Sparky, but didn't connect.
Look, honestly, if you did that, I have no ill will against you because I think I deserve it.
And it wasn't. It was the backwards swing that came close to Sparky.
Yeah. Slash.
So Dooza, yes, they seem to be delayed from getting to you. You're feeling this inadequate of being able to hit something. Even the mages melee something.
Even the mage will lead something?
Yeah, through her dagger.
Well, with a dagger.
Oh, with her. Oh, right. Yeah, right. I think I have a throwing axe left on me left because I think I threw one
In the forest, yes.
in the forest. I mean, I can try. What's the closest one?
Closest one is the big one that's looming over, looking like it's about to play Crush the Halfling.
No, okay, sure. I'll
The naked dwarf, thank you.
The gnome, okay, I'm sorry.
No. You got to get out this. You're going to say naked dwarf and live with that, okay?
Okay. Go ahead.
I will try throwing my remaining hand axe. Can I?
Yes, you can.
I think the difficulty is increased though. How far away is it?
It is within 20 feet of you.
So it's thrown 10. Does that mean the difficulty?
That means the difficulty is a -2 on your attack roll.
Right. And it's strength.
Strength.
Yeah. Well, that's alright. -2, so 19 plus 14 minus 2, 31?
That becomes a critical hit.
Oh, God. Dude is so frustrated at his lack of mealiness that he hurls this hand axe at the face of this thing.
Just.
It's only a d6, but seriously, he was like pissed off at this point.
D6 plus strength.
Well,
Yeah, d6
considering Dudes has got the alien side as well, it might be enough to attract attention away from the dwarf.
Maybe.
He called me a dwarf.
He loves you.
Sorry, I'm going to go on mute now. I'm going to get tears now. Sorry.
I was talking about the dwarf in the lower levels.
Oh, sorry, Martin, right now. Did you ever eat a dick?
So it doubled, right?
Yep.
The damage, yeah. So 20 damage total.
Okay, so you see your axe bedding deep into the side of the creature. Up to the hilt.
Yep. There's probably still movement, but I don't care at this point. I'm almost tempted to jump down and just start wailing on it at this
Well,
point.
you've had one action. Would you like to do a second action to do a jump and a third action to do a strike with advantage?
Sweet, that sounds good.
Okay, we see the leap. No roll required because you're not really caring how you hit. As you get to add 20 points to the damage you inflict if you hit.
Dude.
That's the full damage added to the...
I was about to say that's Dooza being a cannonball.
That's also the damage for Doomsday take, isn't it?
That will be correct.
Dooza throws
Yeah.
himself.
Dooza, he literally yells out cannonball off the top of the tower.
Yeah. Just yell at, I'll save you, Sparky, at the same time or not?
Geronimo!
Or Leroy Jenkins.
That's my axe!
Come on, this is D&D, not WoW. Get it right.
So what's your attack roll?
40. Actually, shit. Wow, that's a lot. 42.
42. Okay, so that is an amazing critical you get on that person. So it is by 3 damage.
Why?
Jeez.
Great.
No.
And this is this both my axes?
Well, was it the double attack you did?
Say yes.
I like how Dooza just got
Well, I believe
so
you have to roll for
angry.
both of the attacks if it's the double attack.
Well, did you quick draw another axe out after you threw the other axe?
No, so I have both, but I need to hunter's mark it first, which I didn't do.
In which case, then it was only 1 axe.
That's fine.
I was also about to say, it also didn't make sense if you threw an axe and then all of a sudden you're hitting with 2 axes.
She can do some quick draw as it goes.
She quick draw, yes.
I can quick draw, but I also need the hunter's mark to do the
Double strike.
Yep.
Okay, so you're doing 3 times damage.
Yep. I'll just try to
That's a
find
hell of a lot of damage.
But it is from a leap.
Yeah, I know, right? But, wow.
By the way, you're also tripling the... you're adding the 20 on top of the 3 times damage, not tripling the 20.
And also, if she's using the axe double-handed, does she get does it go up in dice thing or not? Axes.
That's depending on the
I
axe.
wouldn't think a one-handed axe like the axe
okay.
she's using like that now does. Unless
That's
she's
cool.
using a double-handed axe.
Yeah, that's fair enough. While that's going on, when we left to go this way, did we pick up our items from Lady Ironlash or not?
Some of you did, yes.
And if I can't remember, I didn't, I assume. Is that right?
Well, I do have it back in the notes. I just have to go back far enough to when Lady Hindmarch was there.
Okay.
No, sorry, that's
Yeah, so Sparky has a +1 striking, ghost touch, cold iron,
Okay, yeah.
bonus on his dagger.
Yep. Cool. I couldn't, it's been a while done, that's all I'll do.
Well, that was back on the 3rd of November.
Yeah, and I blame Christmas. It's my excuse.
Okay, so how much damage does our Dooza strike?
71.
71 damage.
Jesus.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry, no, that's sorry, plus 20, yeah, so 71.
71. Okay, so as you come down, you cleave its head from the body. just with one stroke, taking 20 damage yourself as you hit the ground rather hardly because you put it all into the shot.
Yep. Deuce got angry at his own inadequacies, and this is the result.
And Sparky gets to make a reflex saving throw as this head the size of, bigger as a normal sized person comes down at it.
Bigger than Sparky, basically.
Yeah, I can see there's been a 1 right now. I'm just waiting for that. But by the way, just let you guys know, I've actually created a third character, so just in case. So.
Fair enough.
That's a 15 total, Mark.
That's a 15. Okay, you dodge out of the way and manage to stop just as this huge mouth is either side of your body as the eyes just slowly fade to darkness.
And then there's last brain activity. It closes.
No, until the DM says it doesn't happen, okay? Just settle down.
Though Parry does have this vivid dream. Which then brings us to that's the wizard's turn, who is basically looking at Shark at the half orc who has just leapt from the balcony and severed one of them with this mighty blow. She yells out, "You right?"
Can I flex?
No, you just ate shit.
I don't care.
Yeah.
I got asked if I'm
Well,
alright, and I just
you're
went
currently
flex.
prone.
Like,
You're
laying on
currently
the
prone.
ground.
You can flex face down on the ground.
Let's
Just-
do that.
Yeah.
Let's do
Face
that.
down on the ground.
Oh, face down on the ground. Just.
You go flat and almost go.
So Corda, your go. You also notice that the glow coming from all the creatures' eyes have just faded to normal light.
Ooh.
That's good.
They're no longer projecting light.
That's better.
I will take
But
a
they're
shot at
still
the
there.
other one.
Yep. They are a lot easier to see now, so you do get advantage on the shot.
Good.
Well, that's right. With a natural 20 on the first roll, so I won't bother rolling a second one.
Okay, first one, basically through and through. You see the arrow basically pin it to the ground as he just has that stop look of surprise.
Giving them carcasses.
I think that's go. You're calling out a 1 to 3. If you take a shot at another one. That's probably going to be explained right. AC 13.
13, it bounces off one. You've gone through a few arrows today.
Yeah. And how many little ones are still around at the moment?
You can count 15.
15. Oof.
Mm.
That's a bit of work.
Yeah, I'll try a third shot. 12, 13, 15, I said.
Okay, that also bounces off.
Okay.
But it was right off the head next to the eye.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so then the creatures seem to look away from you and bound off towards the forest.
Hmm.
Oh.
We killed that big mama.
So, Sparky, there's this big head around you.
And as a free action, can I step back? One, just as a free, just to get out of the jaws of this
Even
thing?
the step action is an actual action. But it means you don't provoke attack of opportunity when you do so.
I won't automatically close on you.
I want to get out so that it's kind of, if it does just by, these things, when things die, they just kind of just get close. So I just want to make sure I'm out of that kind of, as one action. Now, do I know if more things, I haven't seen any of these things run away or anything like that yet, have I?
You have not. Just that they're huge. They're a lot bigger than you were told.
No, can I have a free action just, you say, bloody quarter in the just as a thing as well? Because he never tells the truth. So, So, okay, I'll do the 5 foot step back to make sure I'm not in the jaws things. How's Doozer looking? Is it?
I'm sorry,
bad,
Mark.
or-
You say bloody quarter like quarter was the one to actually explain these things. I'm pretty sure it was Parry.
Yeah, but I like Parry because Parry just had it in my chest. I can't like Parry. Right.
Okay, you can't see Doozer. Doozer's on the other side of the wall that wasn't knocked down on top of you.
Can I? Has the dwarves made any attempt to get these barrels back yet, or they're just still sitting there?
They're about 15 feet from where they were.
Okay. Have we still found any salt yet, or not?
You have not found the salt yet.
Can I do a search for salt? Just make sure we can
Give me a perception roll.
This is not. That's 3 on the dice. That's going to be a 11.
You have no idea where to look for salt here. Definitely not in the salted meat section.
So I feel that's pretty much
Definitely not the box the arrows pointing at.
Yeah, it's
No, look,
actually reserved meat.
honestly, this is our 2024 is going. That's why I rolled a new character. Okay, okay. So this is not a good start for Sparky. Typical night for Sparky. So on that note, I don't think I can jump up on the roof again because I feel that I'm not really good at that at the moment.
At that note, we are.
They're probably not good to hot it.
Yeah, can I just run to the door?
Her head.
Yeah. Can I just make a dash towards the door into the tower from where I am?
You can dash for the doorway that leads away from the tower and towards the creatures. Because the white marks on there are the doors.
Crap.
Isn't it interesting how you went in the hardest to escape from spot?
Can I find a spot where I can just hide?
Well, there's this open mouth thing that looks like no one will look in there.
No. This is a realistic here, man. I'm looking for a place where I feel that I'm useless right now. I don't want to be near anyone, so I don't want to keep away from.
You can hide behind Willie.
Yeah, can I just do a high check? Just
Sure, give me a stealth roll.
Yeah, I know it's more than +8. I'll go with it. Yeah, the only bloody roll that's gone over 10 tonight is 18. There you go.
Okay, so Willie loses sight of Sparky as Sparky's doing this whole step behind Willie wherever Willie's not looking. Sparky just poof, finished, disappeared.
Sparky's playing the ghost game with you.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Okay, so yes, five rounds against the infestation.
Great. Love this.
You think you maybe have an hour's breather?
How... I'm gonna say it's 10:30, but the question is how tall are the cliffs? Do we have enough rope?
The cliffs are like 300-400 feet down.
Yeah.
And it's water at the bottom, or
It
big
is
sharp pointy
rocks, then to the water. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. No.
Okay.
and reefs are all along that length.
Okay.
Okay.
So original plan of try to make salt water is the best option because I thought barrel on a rope down into the water if it was close enough, but I think that's too far.
And you managed to cause enough of a delay that everyone survived the first, wave.
I'm going to grab some of the dwarves, assuming they're happy to come with me. Get them to grab one of the containers of meat.
Yep, they're happy to come out now that you've sent them packing.
And we'll do our best to create salty water.
Can I, what would they do it on this? Because I feel useless to do it all any of that stuff. The head's still there, I assume.
Yep.
What's the teeth like on this thing? Is there anything like
the
cut out
teeth
or-
are part of the skull, which is also part of the skin, which feels very leathery like shark, but your blade barely scratches it.
In the ghost touch one, wouldn't even go into it, or?
It basically requires a lot of effort to cut. You got to get the right spot, and then it just sinks right in.
And if anyone who'd seen these things in the previous session saw Willie or Sparky attempting to cut off a piece, they might mention that, do you really want to have a piece of that thing on you that they want to eat? The main focus right now is destroying that large body.
They eat their dead.
Yes. While the dwarves are creating the water,
You drag the body.
I'm going to grab the bodies that we've killed, bar one, one of the little ones,
And throw
off
them
the
off
cliff. But going to keep one of the little ones because I want to test the efficacy of the salt water to see how, like, okay,
How
this is the effect.
devastating it is.
This is how effective it is. A little bit more salt. Is it more effective? Less effective?
And you find that the boxes the meat is actually preserved inside actual salt, so you don't have to soak the meat. You just
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
the dwarves have their way of doing stuff. That's why the thing was so damn heavy.
Yeah, thank
It was mostly
Full
salt
of salt.
with meat inside.
Yeah.
That's how dwarves salt their meat.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good job, dwarves. Love your work.
I had that plan all along, but
So yes, if the dwarves are happy to do the testing, I'll leave it to them to sort of work out
they can make it
the best.
quite acidic to the creatures.
Yep. And then once we've worked out sort of a best guess at how strong the salt water needs to be, throw the dead body off the cliff.
How do we make water balloons?
The other aspect, of course, is do any of the mages or divine characters type stuff have create water?
No. That's something the party should have.
Well, that goes nothing. Okay.
They brought their water with them to survive them the week.
Yep.
And was it just water and acid that affected these things, or?
It was salt water that affected these things.
Are we aware?
Can we?
Are we aware of water on the island?
From what you know of the island,
Because didn't we do a circumnavigate?
you did well, you've basically seen the area down here, which is the beach. You took this road all the way up here.
Yeah.
You took this road all the way to the lighthouse over here, which you rebuilt.
Yeah.
You put the stuff on there so it could actually do what it needed to do,
Yeah.
and came back to here. So you haven't looked down this way, and there's no obvious well or stream anywhere up there.
Yeah.
This road along here is the ridge top of the actual island.
Mm.
That's the highest point. With
long would it
here
take-
being the peak of the island.
We're going to get thirsty.
How long would it take the dwarves
We're going to
to
get
create a gantry that would go out far enough on the cliff so they could, if a barrel was lowered, it would go into the water rather than into the rock?
They've got lots of kindling. They could probably spend a couple of hours doing so.
It would take them at least a couple hours.
I mean, but we have a couple of hours spare, so why don't we get them to
Well,
Approximately an hour.
Back up.
We don't know. We don't know how long we have.
Yeah.
We don't know how long we've got.
Yeah, so all that we know is that they have left. We have time, undisclosed amount.
You can still see
Exactly.
the eyes staring at you from a distance. They look to be maybe about half a mile to a mile away.
So they're continuing to watch us from far.
Okay. Well, because the point is that how much rope do we actually have amongst all the groups?
You have enough rope to probably build a pulley down to the ocean below.
Yeah, because I mean, when Corda opened up his pack, he's got a total of, I think it's got 300 features, right? So I was assuming that would be enough amongst the rest of the people.
I don't have any rope.
I need to read more into how wild shape works.
While we're doing this, because we know salt water works, is there a way we can maybe make some little saltwater bombs, kind of like an alchemist fire, kind of salt water?
The question you need to make is how much of the 2 barrels of water you have do you turn into salt water?
How thirsty are we prepared to be?
So
The
so
next
the
ship
thing
is not due to come with fresh water for 7 days.
So Parry is on the same idea as Corda. How about we empty one barrel, use a rope to use that as a bucket, so that we still have a barrel or maybe a couple of water
Well, I would like to think there'll be barrels that aren't full of water that we can empty.
Can we have a look around? So
There were more barrels in the storeroom that had the building collapse inside.
So,
If there are
like a
barrels
barrel of
that
beer,
you-
even.
But they
are they
have got a couple
usable?
of the water barrels are not, but there's a couple of beer barrels that survived.
All right.
Sounds like the doors need to get really drunk.
I was about to say, is it worth
I will offer as a party thing to help drink that barrel. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I'll take one for the team.
As a party, thing, got it.
Let's celebrate with a barrel of beer that we survived the first wave.
So each person gets a tankard of beer and the rest get dumped. You've got an empty fire.
Can I roll to get more than one tankard, Mark?
And so the barrel is of the beer
we don't have
is
time
about
to
4
drink.
times the size of the water barrels, because the dwarves prioritized water, beer over water,
Yeah.
whereas the Cyber Mages got the water barrels that they could carry,
Yeah.
and that their followers would carry. Yeah, we're gonna get this.
Yeah.
So yes, I think at that point would be a good point for us to finish up for tonight. I will put it on end credits and we can chat again after that. So I will be back shortly. Where are we? There we are.